Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Vandalia Cinema Project. I'm your host, Trennan, joined, like always, by my cousin.
What's up, everybody?
And today we're talking about a really special movie, one of my favorites, one that Bobby's never seen before, Tombstone, starring Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer. Please stick around and see what we have to say about it.
Man, I liked this movie a ton. Had never seen it before, like you said, and this might be an all-timer for me. I really freaked heavily with this film.
This is what every dad wants to hear.
It's awesome. I would love. So why? I know you wanted me to watch Tombstone. Easy question out the gate. Why Tombstone?
Okay. I've thought a lot about this. So I was thinking of our whole discography, pretty much our video catalog.
Right.
And I was like, I was looking at like the top 100 Westerns on Rotten Tomatoes. Tombstone's like 60th or something. It's not even close.
That's crazy.
But I love it. And I was looking at like all the Clint Eastwood ones, and I've seen a mini Westerns, almost like the top 100. This ain't gonna sound a lot, but I probably have seen 50 of them. But I think that's a good bit.
That's a good number.
There's a lot that are just so obscure. And I was like, I don't want to do an obscure one. I was like, I really don't want to do a Clint Eastwood one, because I said I want to do an American Western last episode, and those are spaghetti Westerns. They were filmed in Italy. Yeah. And by Italian directors, and they're great. They're amazing.
Right.
So I was like, maybe it's time we watch a bad movie. So I thought about like watching the Magnificent Seven remake with Chris Pratt, because I still love it, because it's, I just love Westerns,
Right.
I was like, no, that's just not special enough. And there was a couple of like new modern Westerns that are good that I wanted to maybe watch. But then I was thinking about Val Kilmer, and he just passed away earlier this year.
Rest in power.
Rest in mother power, dude.
Yep.
The GOAT. God, it hurt bad.
Killed
and it blew. We'll bleep that MF just to keep the under 5-minute cuss words.
Yep.
But whenever he died, Tombstone just blew up. TikTok was full of edits, and just like everybody was like, yep, this is the coolest guy ever.
I bet it was. I completely missed that part of Val Kilmer passing. I think this is a good baby's first Western. I don't know if our audience is anything like me. I have an extreme bias towards Westerns, a negative one. I feel kind of like okay, I got to be careful here. I kind of feel the way about Westerns that I do about musicals. I like both of them.
Interesting.
But I don't never want to sit down and watch either of them. I'm going to be honest with you.
Wow, I love both.
And that's my fault. That's on me. I've loved every musical. I've seen quite a bit of musicals. I've loved every one that I've ever seen. And at this point, I've seen, I don't know, honestly, realistically, a handful of Westerns, like beginning to end. And I've loved every single one of them.
Every one of them.
Whenever you suggested Tombstone this week, I was not looking forward to it, I'm going to be honest. This might be my... I don't know. I can't say that. I'm capping whenever I say that. This is one of my favorite movies that we've done, for sure. I think I enjoyed this movie more than maybe even Parasite last week. Just in my personal preference.
So I wanted to watch this because I've been thinking of a video essay to do. And it's called, Are Westerns Snubbed at the Academy Awards? There's only been 4 Westerns ever to win Best Picture. And one of them's No Country for Old Men, which is like
interesting.
That's a neo-Western. So like I don't even count that, right?
No, yeah.
I don't even really count that. It is, it ain't, whatever.
Right.
So this movie, when it came out, it was just like kind of mediocre. I was looking at old reviews, and like people were just kind of talking about it like it was like not that special.
Right.
And it kind of became like a cult classic. And I've learned a ton of stuff about it this week. One, Kevin Costner was going to be Wyatt Earp, and he didn't like the script. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
He then left and had another Wyatt Earp movie made that came out the same year.
Wow.
Never heard of it. Okay, so we know who won the war. The war of like longevity.
Right.
You know, I had never heard of that before in my entire life. It's like a 3.5 hour Wyatt Earp documentary, apparently, but a movie. And it just didn't resonate with audiences.
Right.
And I was like thinking about Tombstone. I was like, man, Val Kilmer, Doc Holliday. This is like, I am not capping, top 5 characters in a movie.
Oh my God.
Easy.
He's like, I was so glad that you said that. The whole time we didn't talk about this movie at all before right now. Doc Holliday is the coolest. Man, I love that character. He's my favorite character in this movie by a lot. And whenever I watched it with Isabel missed the start of the movie, and I had to mansplain it to her the whole, halfway through. She just did not think Doc Holliday was that cool. And I was like, you've missed it. You're missing out. He's the character in this movie. It's his movie.
Character. He did to this movie what Heath Ledger did in The Joker in The Dark Knight.
Yep, I completely agree.
It's insane. Like
anytime he's on the screen, it's about him. It's his scene.
I like this movie. There's problems with it. I'll actually talk crap about this movie once we get to it. But
okay.
He elevates this movie to another thing.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
You could almost just black out the screen when he's not on it.
Yeah.
And I would still watch the Doc Holliday compilation. You know? It's amazing. So I looked it up. I was like, man, I'd never heard he got an Oscar for this. This is everybody's favorite Western character.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is this is Film Bros 101. Everybody loves Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday. This ain't news, baby.
Right.
I was like, he didn't win an Oscar. I know that. Was he even nominated? No.
Really?
Not even nominated.
Wow.
Not even nominated.
I would really like to know, and I don't know if you have this research on hand, who won from that. Okay.
So even if he did get nominated, he probably would have lost.
Right.
I'm glad you brought this up. This is a fun fact for us.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Lee Jones won it. The guy from Men in Black.
Yep.
That's his name, right? Tommy Lee Jones.
So. That sounds right.
He's also in No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
So Tommy Lee Jones won it for his role for Best Supporting Actor for his role in The Fugitive, which, don't know if you know this, that was our grandpa's favorite movie.
Okay. I did not know that. I can't comment on it. Have never seen it. Don't know.
We should really watch it. It's really fun. It's Harrison Ford, Tommy Lee Jones.
It sounds cool.
It's simply about a man who is being chased for a crime he did not commit. Harrison Ford is the man being chased. Tommy Lee Jones is the man chasing him. It's just a game of cat and mouse, the whole movie. It's pretty fun.
That sounds cool, yeah.
Good enough for him to win an Oscar, but I looked it up. That's the only Oscar he's ever won. I guarantee they were like, he needs to win one. Let's just give it to him for this. But Val Kilmer did win like some MTV awards for like Best Supporting Man, Best Actor, something like that. So he did get some recognition, but
he got a little bit of credit for it. Yeah,
he got snubbed. This is like you Google this, and the top Google result is like this is like the ultimate snub.
That's great. That is crazy because he's awesome in this movie. He's one of my favorite characters ever, seemingly, in a movie. He's just so cool. And he acted his ass off, brother.
For somebody who has been, Val Kilmer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's been Batman. You know, he was Batman at one point. He's in Top Gun.
Yep. I'm most familiar with him from Top Gun, is what I would say.
He's in Heat, one of the greatest action movies of all time. You know, a couple other here and there that I've heard. But his autobiography is called Huckleberry. Like he is known for his portrayal of Doc Holliday. So yeah, that really what put the nail in the coffin for us watching Tombstone, is whenever I was like, it's hot, it's what the people want, it's what the people talking about. It's like it's just about time we did like a movie that's not necessarily like critically acclaimed.
Right. I don't know if I can say this because I haven't seen many westerns. I think this is a good like baby's first western. Maybe
I think
it's
so.
kind of nice.
Well,
it's very palatable. It's easy to follow, understand. This is I can't talk again about westerns that much. This is a complete just movie about characters, and I think maybe that's just how westerns are. It's funny how I had a realization like towards the climax of the movie, and it was just shooting guns, the old western shooting guns, and
yeah.
A lot of these old guys, whenever I go to work, they love putting the westerns on the TVs. They love it. And I'll walk in whenever I'm, doing whatever, and I'll just hear guns is shooting. I'm like, why do these people watch this? Because I'm a western hater. Admittedly, I got bias. But then when you sit down and you watch it and you get into the story, the juice, and the characters, there's some real sustenance there. And again, like you said, the characters in this movie are so good. Especially Doc. I think it's so funny. You really probably could. I'm not. Everybody else did amazing. There's great performances all in this movie. It's so funny that you could just turn the screen off whenever Doc isn't on the.
It's
the screen,
an ensemble cast
with it. Yes, it's crazy.
Kurt Russell, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott's awesome.
There's more. We'll get to it. But here's the other reason I want to talk about Tombstone.
Yep.
This is one of the only westerns I know that is not only good and people like it, it is also based on a true story, and it is fairly historically accurate.
I was going to ask that. Like, I thought this was based on a true story, at least to a degree.
Not only is this based on a true story, everybody, I have the front page paper right here from Tombstone the day after the shooting at the OK Corral. And it accounts the gunfight nearly identical as we see in the movie. Now, they did change it. They made it Hollywood. Don't get me wrong. This is historical fiction. Like, was Doc Holliday this cool in real life? Probably not.
Right.
But people in this movie are named after people that really existed. If somebody dies in this movie, there's a good chance. There's like an 85% chance that's exactly how they died in real life. The relationships are the same. Everything's the same. So my parents went to Tombstone last summer. They got me the front page of the paper from the Tombstone epitaph. So
I did not know Tombstone was a town that still existed.
Tombstone still existed. In fact, so much so they didn't like the filming of this movie because they like to preserve the history of it that much. They thought they were going to muddy the waters, and they protested.
Interesting.
So it got tricky filming this movie. The deeper I dove into this movie, the crazier it got. Just like behind the scenes, the history. This is like potentially this could be a 5-hour episode. We probably won't do it, but just like we could get into the history of it for an hour by itself.
The Wild West is so sick, brother.
Well, that's what's really special about this. This is the only time this actually happened.
This is this is what every West is the Western is based off of.
The bad guys in this movie are called cowboys. This is what it's all based on. Yep. Wyatt Earp is like the iconic gunfighter. Like the U.S. Marshal idea of like Marshal Matt Dillon, John Wayne, they are based on Wyatt Earp, true account. Yep. So, and they talk him up. He's not as squeaky clean as this movie makes it out. Right. They kind of show that there's a lot of gray to him, and there's probably even more gray to him in real life. Same with Doc Holliday and all that.
Right.
At the end of the day, they are kind of murderers and such, but these people really existed, and the first Wyatt Earp biography came out like 2 years after his death in the 1920s. So
it's interesting. It's crazy to think that this could be a history podcast. The Wild West is so sick, and it's crazy to think that the end credits, it's so cool that it says that Wyatt Earp went on to die in the city of Los Angeles in 1929.
Yep.
So, and I mean, we're 100 years removed from that, less than. So, it's insane to think that. I mean, the U.S. of A. isn't that old.
No, not really.
Of course, we're a few generations removed from this, and I don't know. I just think it's so sick. I watch a Western, it makes me just proud to be an American almost. It gives me that. It gives me that. Puts that bald eagle in me.
Something to it, dude.
There is something to it.
And that's another. This is just like a movie lore. Most of our good Westerns are based on Japanese movies. Don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
So a few dollars
in relation
more.
To the samurai?
Yes.
Okay.
The samurai period and the cowboy period, they happened almost at the same time. They're off a little bit, but
really, historically, they happened at the same time.
Historically, they happened around at the same time. I mean, like it's older too,
right?
But like,
I get what you mean.
A samurai could have met. Like, there's even a movie called The Last Samurai, which I'd love to review. That is a fictitious cowboy meeting of a samurai, but during the same period. But they had the same vibe of context of like we had our Civil War, and people got done fighting, shooting each other, and the war ended. And they're like, I'm really good at shooting people. I'm gonna go and put these skills to use. Okay,
right.
Japan, like the shogun and everything fell, and all these samurai were like, I'm really good at fighting people. I'm going to go put these skills to use. And they went off and they were mercenaries, you know? And that's like what most gunfighter is just basically a mercenary. So these Clint Eastwood movies, they're based on a movie called Yojimbo about a wandering samurai. Magnificent Seven, one of the most famous westerns, is based on The Seven Samurai, one of the most famous samurai movies. And it's because these story beats just hit exactly the same.
Right.
Dude wanders in the town, or a town's under attack. Let's round up 7, people. Let's protect the town, small town. So, that's why that was another reason I want to do Tombstone, because not only did it actually happen, it's not based on anything. It's American through and through.
Right.
It's got all this crazy lore about filming. It's got this crazy cast. It wasn't like the best movie ever when it came out, but it went up against an identical movie in the same year and just blew the doors off of it. So there's a lot to it.
Yeah, it's a super cool movie.
I'd like to, we normally don't, but I would like, just if you said you like this movie, do you?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot too. This is like a critical 7 out of 10 movie, and like a personal 10 out of 10 movie. This is like a comfort film for me.
Yeah.
Like I can tell it's not critically perfect, but where it does hit, it just resonates so well.
Right.
That it just blows me out of the water.
I'm excited to hear your complaints, because I'm also a hater and I might resonate with them. But like, as of right now, not hearing anything, there wasn't a part of this movie that like stuck out as bad to me, or not. Maybe that's saying too much, but there's not many parts that I didn't enjoy. I thought the story flowed very well. I thought all the dialogue was pretty sharp, crisp. I don't think there was too much like dead air or anything. I don't have any complaints about it. Like I said, I'll probably agree whenever you start rattling some off here in a little bit. But I thought it was sick. I did not think I would enjoy watching this movie nearly as much as I did. This runtime flies by. I don't anticipate... I know Tombstone's popular, but if anybody else is like me and just doesn't consider watching Westerns, we've kind of spoiled a little bit for you at this point. But please God, watch this movie if you haven't seen it, and then come back.
If you never watched a Western, I think you are right. This is a great first Western to watch.
It's so good. Again, I can't speak about many Westerns, but like you said, kind of, which this isn't based off of another story, as you mentioned, but Westerns are so satisfying. They are comforting in a way. They're almost biblical in a sense of like, you watch a Western and you kind of know the payoff for it. Like, you know how it's gonna wind up most of the time.
It's the hero rides off into the sunset. It's traditional. Yep. It's white cowboy hats versus black cowboy hats, which doesn't happen. They just say that, but it's just good versus evil. Simply put,
it's awesome.
The good guy wins. It's just it's just get some popcorn. This is like, if you're an old man, take your teeth out, put them in the bleach water. That's why they like it. It's just like,
right.
It's good stuff. And whenever a Western does something crazy, it's just such an I don't know what the word is, but it's like a shock to your system, like whenever a Western does do something beyond, and like 310 to Yuma, if you've never seen it, that's awesome. One of my favorites. We almost was going to do it. There's a moment in it that's like, this is so worth my time to watch. It's insane. And I think that's what's special.
There's so many, I'm sure we'll get to it too, but there's so many parts of even this movie, and maybe I'm just like Western coded deep down because I've been surrounded by it so much in my life, but I think the dialogue of Westerns is sick. It's very poetic. The lines, the way they deliver them, that dialogue, I love it so much. I wish I could talk like that. I wish I sounded like that in person. I wish I was that cool, that suave. It's my favorite dialect and dialogue ever, maybe period. And not to mention it too. I love The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, another Western, like a new modern Western series of movies. There's so many times in this movie where like I almost narrate it myself as I'm watching it. Like, and I was telling it to Isabel out loud as we were watching. I was kind of commentating over it because you Westerns are kind of good to riff with. I feel like your fellow watcher if you got one around. Whenever Wyatt
also Earp, old man coded.
Yep.
Like,
also
Wyatt Earp's
old
gonna
man
get
coded.
this fella.
Oh man. Whenever even whenever at the end, and I thought this was funny, and I was referencing Ballad of Buster Scruggs at the end, towards the end, whenever Doc Holliday's in the bed with the tuberculosis, and it has that shot of Wyatt Earp just looking at him from the doorway, and it man, you just have that feeling, and you're like, man, that's the last time old Wyatt will see Doc alive, and it's just, there's so many moments like that of Westerns where like, God, it's just there's not many movies that give you that except for Westerns, but man, it makes me almost cry. It brings me to tears in a way.
I know.
So self-narrated and driven for me.
You are resonating with my soul, and I don't even have anything else to add, just other than I get exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
Just being, it's so old man coded. Just being
it's awesome.
Boots are off for the last time. Just like. Oh my God. All right. Well, guys, we're gonna do the breakdown now. Before we start that, I'll just. Fun fact, I heard for the first time today, or not today, but in my research. So this movie was getting directed, and it was Kurt Russell had to fight for this role. He had to fight. They did not want Kurt Russell to be Wyatt Earp. Obviously, they tried to get Kevin Costner.
Right.
They tried it. It didn't work. There's like two other people, and Kurt Russell was like, please let me be it. He finally got to do it. They're shooting this movie in Arizona. It's like 135 degrees. It's terrible. They are in period correct clothing. The fun facts for this movie were insane. People are having heat strokes. They're doing a bunch of rewrites, and people are like, I'm about to jump ship. Sam Elliott almost said, I'm out this bitch. This doesn't make sense. I'm out. Kurt Russell confronts the director secretly and helps him rework the script and secretly becomes the director of this movie.
Wow.
Not credited, but it's a well-known fact that this movie, Tombstone, directed by Kurt Russell pretty much.
Wow.
Okay. Written and directed by Kurt Russell pretty much. Okay. He didn't write the original script. He wasn't officially the director, but as history has said it. And he said he wouldn't say anything until the director passed away. So we just found out about this in like 2013 or something.
Wow,
so,
interesting.
Never heard this before in my life. Never heard about it. Thought that was crazy. So, and he went to everybody. He was like, dude, please just give me a chance. Give us a chance. There's something here. And boy, howdy, was he right. I mean, like, he did it, dude. He's like, and it just... Also, just adding in the fact, once again, said it 3 times now, the fact that Kevin Costner was in another movie called Wyatt Earp the same year, and it was a failure.
Just a flop.
And he jumped off this movie to do it.
Yep.
Insane. The longevity provided.
I could see this being like a hard movie to make, especially if like the script was muddied, and I mean, like, you have all these actors who are... I imagine every one of these guys was stars at the time. Had to have been.
I mean,
I would assume.
Well, like I said, I mean, Sam Elliott, obviously.
Right.
Sam Elliott. Val Kilmer had already been Batman. He'd already been something,
right?
You know.
You got all these star-studded actors, and if you don't have your ship tight, and again, you're recording on scene, Arizona, 110-degree heat probably. Yeah, of course. They're going to be involved in a terrible movie.
Here's another thing that I think we should say at the beginning, because I want to see if you agree. So Kurt Russell, people were finding out that he's the director and the writer, right?
Uh-huh.
And like you said, this is a star-studded cast.
Right.
So he was like, people are going to like think I'm crazy if I'm in this movie too much. Even though I'm the lead... they're going to just be like, you're trying to take over this film with you. You're trying to be like a superstar, right?
Right.
He cut his scenes so that way we could have more Doc Holliday.
That's awesome.
He cut his scenes so he could have more Sam Elliott. He changed the script around so they could talk more. And he would be less. And he said, I'm going to go for it I think he even said this for quote, which is, this is 22 years in advance, like an aura character. I'm not on screen, but you still know my presence is there.
Right.
I'm not talking in a scene, but you want to know what I'm thinking about.
Right.
And I think he is 100% right. I think he
did very well in that. Yes. Even the myth, like everybody they build up the myth of Wyatt Earp more than they build up the myth of anybody in this movie. To the point where you don't even see him do anything. Until a little bit into the movie, and he's the man. This
is another thing that's crazy historically. There could be a movie about Wyatt Earp before he got to Tombstone. Just from what he did in Dodge City. Dodge City is regarded as like the only true Wild West town. Like the shootout, the OK Corral is like the only like actual shootout we have record of. Dodge City is like the true... Banks are getting robbed, trains are getting robbed, stagecoaches, like it was like what the Wild West mythos is based on. And he just so happened to be a lawman there. And there's like a fabled, and like he only ever killed one man. They even say that in the movie, right? He only killed one man while he was at the sheriff of Dodge City, or like whatever. But people still like that, and back then that was big enough news that he's doing something. So it's just wild. And there's nowhere in this movie where it pops up in big text like based on a true story.
No, it doesn't say it anywhere. I only do it because of loose historical context.
Yeah. Nowhere does it say this movie is 75%, 100% true. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like we actually tried.
Yep.
But getting into it now, it does start with like a black and white introduction to just cowboys. And I thought that was cool. Just the Wild West.
Yep. I barely remember that part, but yes, I thought that was awesome. Sets the aesthetic, sets the vibe, gets you in the mood of the movie, doesn't put too much out there immediately to start with.
And it kind of just like there's a narrator, and they just tell you basically what I just told you. Wyatt Earp, he's retiring from Dodge City to Tombstone in search of money. And then it talks about the cowboys, which you know, the earliest example of American organized crime. Pretty cool. You know, pretty cool. And all that was fun. But this first actual scene of the movie, the Mexican wedding, the introduction to the Cowboys.
Yes.
So it's
disgusting.
So good.
Yes.
It's so good. It's so short. And it just tells you so much what you need to know.
Yep.
And it's that Western simplicity. It's like these are the bad guys.
Yep. It fills them up immediately. Yep. From the way they treat everybody to them, you know. They're just bastards, dude. They're just lawless beings. And it immediately throws that out to you at the start. Crazy what they do to the groom. Even the bride. They carry the bride off at the end. Disgusting people.
And that scene is like super dark in implication. But they actually, they really pulled it back. Because like you hear a gunshot go off. And then you just see everybody that dragged her away just immediately walk back. But I mean like the first implication. Yep. And we see Merle Dixon's face.
Yes. Yes.
And I thought that was cool. That's like one of the most notable things from this first scene. He's like, already we're getting like a character that's like, I don't fuck with this part of this. You know?
Right.
I don't like that. I don't like how evil we are. You know? Michael Rooker is his name. But the whole time I'm like, that. Merle Dixon with hair?
That's Merle,
Yeah. It cracked me up. But
super cool use of the priest as well. Love the priest in the scene, man. It's awesome. Love the translation.
Fun.
Love that they have the Mexican fella in the gang as well that does the translation.
Does it
you
wrong?
Get introduced. Yes, you get introduced to the core. I thought it was cool how they didn't spell it out who was running stuff in the Cowboys, and even throughout the movie, unless I'm completely wrong and I missed something, who the leaders are, but it never points the finger. I feel like it who is the man in the Cowboys, or am I incorrect in that?
No, you're pretty much right.
Because I thought that was interesting.
It's Curly Bill.
Yes.
He's the first cowboy to talk.
Yep.
And then later in the movie, he says something like, I'm not excited to see whenever Johnny Ringo runs this gang, right?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of implying that he runs the gang. But no, you're right. It's not too out and about for it, you know? And this scene does like a really good job of just like it's probably better on your second watch if you just like rewind it and play it again, because it shows all the main characters of the bad guys, like of the Cowboys. You see Curly Bill, you see Johnny Ringo, you see Merle Dixon, whatever his name is. You see Ike and Ike Clayton, and you see them here, and most of them don't even talk. But no, the prophecy from the priest and Johnny Ringo shooting the priest first off, crazy.
It's insane.
Another level of like, these guys are wicked bad.
Yep.
But I love just like, there's a man that sits on a pale horse, and hell follows him, right?
Yep.
A line from Revelations.
Quoteth the Revelations, yes. It's
there's a call. I mean, it gets called back later. This line gets used again by Wyatt Earp. But like, dude, I also love to think that like Doc Holliday is the pale horse.
That would be awesome. That's so funny.
Like, he's just so sickly.
Right. That is so funny.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that they eat the food there. I thought that was funny in the first scene. But
those bastards, man.
They're just terrible people, dude. It doesn't mince it straight out of the gate.
And it's quite the opposite to Wyatt Earp getting introduced. And he's really cool. Kurt Russell, he looks great. He just looks so awesome. Now, my only complaint with Kurt Russell as an actor is that every time I see him, he's just Kurt Russell. You know what I mean? He's almost always like 51% Kurt Russell and then 49% whatever character he's playing.
Right.
And it's not even that, like, I don't think he's a bad actor or anything, and he's in a lot of great movies, and he does a lot of diverse roles in a way, but he himself is just so iconic. Same with Sam Elliott. I saw Sam Elliott.
I was about to say Sam Elliott, yeah.
You know, there's Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott's been the same for my whole life. Everything I've ever seen Sam Elliott in.
Oh, yeah, he just plays the same cowboy. When Kurt Russell doesn't do that, but I still think he brings a lot of himself to every role. But I love him. I love how he looks. Love his mustache.
They're awesome.
And I love how he is introduced saving the horse from getting whipped. And that's just such a quick way of showing, like, oh, this guy's like
good.
Really good. But he's kind of he's rough around the edges. He's tough because he whips the boy.
Yep.
Love that. And he just
feel good, does it?
This movie has so many great one-liners from everybody.
Yes.
So good. So good.
I imagine the script of this movie can't be like extremely large. It's really funny because this isn't like a dialogue-intensive movie, I feel like. But
no.
It probably no Western really is. But man, they use, again, in the language, they just use their words in such a way that I'm like, I just wish I sounded like that. I wish I could get that across.
They also say words in sentences I've never heard before in my entire life. You know? Yes. And I wrote down a lot of them, and I love them.
I can't wait to hear what you wrote. I did not write anything, but I soaked in this movie.
So I love all the Earp brothers. Historically, I'm not going to do too crazy much, like jumping back and forth history, but historically there were like two more Earp brothers. You just can't put all that in the movie. You know what I mean?
That's interesting, though. It's Virgil, Wyatt, Morgan. Correct? Is it Morgan?
Yeah. Okay. There's another one called like Warren and another one called like John. I don't know. It's just whatever. Whatever. Yeah. So like we've talked about, like already his character is very folklore. Like people are coming up to him already and like, Wyatt Earp, please be the sheriff, you know? And
he don't even want to talk about it.
No, I'm retired. I'm here to make money.
Yep.
And this is another reason I don't want to talk about the history of it too much. That's why I wanted to do all that in the beginning, because the movie elevates it elevates everybody to like such characters of themselves that you know, like you start getting into like Doc Holliday and like the historicity of him, and it just takes so much away, you know. Just scrap that. It's cool that he was a real person. But this is Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday in Tombstone. This is Kurt Russell's Wyatt Earp in Tombstone. And then let's have fun with that.
And I do think it's even cool that the movie doesn't mention that for that exact reason. Like, I'm not spending this movie being like, of course, whenever he says like, oh, this is Doc Holliday or Wyatt Earp, you know, whatever. I know who these people are. I've heard of them before. And just as people in the 90s probably had. It was probably even more popular back then. But I'm not spending the whole movie being, or even not the whole movie, but like the start of the movie being like, so who is Doc Holliday? It tells you what like you need to know about him. Yeah,
we don't hear about like Doc Holliday. He went to Pennsylvania and got his doctorate in dentistry. He's actually a dentist and not like a doctor. That's and like, who cares?
Is that on
yes,
God?
that is true. Yeah, he's then he moved back down south and he got into like a gambling.
To put that in the movie.
I mean, it's cool. It's all. I love all of it. You know, I love it. I think all of it's cool. But like,
I need to see his
the way Val Kilmer plays him, and there's great footage of Val Kilmer talking about how he developed this accent, and you know. But this Doc Holliday, he represents an antebellum refugee. You know, someone who grew up in the antebellum South, and then the South was destroyed in the Civil War, and he's like an aristocrat, and he's very intelligent, and he's very educated, and now he's been driven from his homeland pretty much, you know, and he's making his life out west. So he's just like he's a character, you know. There weren't that many people like this. There's not that many fucking doctors, super smart people that can speak Latin in the Old West. So that's the vibe of him.
Yeah.
And like he talks about the act. He's a poet. He talks about this accent. Val Kilmer finds a recording of this guy down south who's like, now you need to come on to my porch and try my peach cobbler. It is to die. And he's like talking about, he's like, it's so slow and drawn out. Right. He's like, I know I can't do that in the movie because the movie would be 8 hours long. So he took the essence of it and then sped it up, you know?
Right.
All that's so fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's the history. So cool. We get to see Doc Holliday. I'm glad he gets introduced in his own thing.
Yes.
You know?
I almost didn't know, not seeing Tombstone before. Whenever Doc Holliday got introduced, it does a good job of painting him as a scoundrel, because he is a scoundrel. He's a scoundrel with honor. He's an honorable dude, but he's his own thing as well. Throughout the whole movie, they're like, Doc, what are you in this for, man? And it's so cool that they touch on that everywhere. But he is his own sack of shit in the way. But whenever he first got introduced, I almost wondered if he was like the bad guy. I was like, what's his deal? You know,
he's like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, he comes off really, but he's so charming. I love everything, every single line he says is so good. Like I love, this guy accuses him of cheating and he's like, he says something like, I thought we were friends. And then he said, if you weren't my friend, I just don't even think I could bear it.
I could bear it, yeah.
And then he kills him, and it's like, it's so good. God dang, it's so good, dude. Every time he says anything, it's great.
I'm hanging on.
He's filling up his gypsy girl, you know. Man.
Yep. You mentioned that he talked about the accent and the pacing of it, and he doesn't. Of course he had to speed it up, but
yeah.
You really do hang on to like every word of what that guy has to say.
It is slow, and he enunciates it really weird.
Yep.
And it's it's just very dominating. Nobody else sounds like this.
Not to start the Doc Holliday fan cast, but my God, I just love listening to that dude talk. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
Again, I just hang on to every word. I think
after this podcast, I'll find the video where he's like, you get to hear him just say like 6 more lines in this like little documentary, and it was like amazing, you know.
I bet, yeah.
So I love, he kills this person, he takes the money. He's pretty scoundrel, you know. They tried to kill him too. Once again, I have it written down in my notes. Not even nominated, folks. Not even nominated. This movie didn't get nominated for a single thing. Ultimate snub status. I think he would have lost to Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive anyway, but still.
Throw a nomination in.
Give him his flowers, man.
Yep.
Crazy.
In the introductory scene to Doc Holliday, does it show off his gun skills? I don't remember. Does it touch on that in that scene?
Dude stands up real quick and he pulls him out real fast. And, you know, and this is like where this is a fantasy movie. Was Doc Holliday like this? No, I don't know. But in a Western, people are like this, and Doc Holliday is one of them.
Yeah.
You know, same with Johnny Ringo. You gotta have the quicksters. You gotta have the quicksters in the Westerns.
Yep.
So, you know, the Earps just care about the money. I love them getting introduced to the town and seeing it, and it just seems so
strictly
fun.
In it for the business. And two, whenever you get introduced to his wife as well, there's a weird tension there. Like it sets that up too, I thought, because I was like, man, what's wrong with her?
And it's real subtle. Like, she's just
it is. She's in tears, and then she says she has headaches, and then for the big part of the first of the movie, I'm like, is she gonna have a brain tumor and die or something like that? I just don't know.
No, she's just an opium addict. She's
just hooked on that opium, man.
She's hooked on those opioids, bro.
Yeah.
This is true. She was a prostitute, and Wyatt Earp was her pimp. and they got common law married. That's why they kind of like joke in the movie. They're like, "Do you even see yourself as a married man?" And he's like, "Oh yeah," but he's not married. He's just common law married, and his wife is his old prostitute. It's a weird situation. And she's just not about it, and I don't know if she was about it in IRL, but I love in this movie how it's portrayed. Like, she just like is so bothered by this nonsense, and she's such a downer, and she's and like you said, immediately.
It's also cool in that scene where they all stand together. There's no pictures. They do have a camera at this point, I saw, because it's later in the movie.
Yeah,
they just stand there and just soak it in, enjoy it.
Yeah, I even like he was like, "Nah, don't say anything." That's just cool. That's just fun, because it's like, we're in the past, and you probably don't have a reflection of your whole entire family.
Right.
It's just fun. It's just so fun. I want to pull this up to get this right, because this is fun.
I don't want to jump too far ahead. I will say another cool Doc Holliday scene towards the beginning of the movie. This is quite a bit far ahead. This is after Wyatt Earp gets the what is it? The Oriental? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Saves the Oriental. The Doc Holliday thing, you can tell that he's such an intelligent man and character. Whenever he gets in the not the gun battle, but the spin-off, the gun skill showdown.
Oh, you're jumping way ahead. Yeah,
I'm jumping way ahead. But I think that is a really, because we were talking about the character of Doc Holliday, and he's a scoundrel and everything. That's the second, number 2, where I was like, this dude, not only is he a scoundrel, he is smart, dude. He's smart and he's cool. That's very intentional. Cool. He's a very calculated character. It was awesome. But we'll talk about that again in a minute.
So
I don't want to get too far ahead.
The first time Wyatt goes to Oriental, I just love how this is portrayed. I like the idea of, like, at a saloon, if you run a poker table, you're making money. Like, you run it's like almost like a hair salon, and you own the chair. You know what I mean? Like, you pay the person that owns the building. I don't know if I just never thought of it that way, but a cameo by Billy Bob Thornton, who was not very famous at this time.
Interesting.
The movie that made him famous was Sling Blade, and it came out after this. But he got cast in this movie. No lines of dialogue were given to him, pretty much. They just told him to be like a bully, be like a dickhead, and to play with Kurt Russell here. And this is where, like, I love how they are talking to each other.
Yeah.
Because Billy Bob says, "You talk awfully brave for a man that don't go healed." I love that just means you got guns on you. And Wyatt Earp says, "No need to go healed to get a bulge on a tub like you." What does that mean? I know that means I don't need a gun.
Yes. Yeah. But what does that mean? The word for word translation for that.
I have no clue what that means. No. It just means, like, you're a bitch ass pussy. I don't need a gun. But to get a bulge on a tub like you, I have no clue what that means.
That's a direct quote too.
Yes, that is the direct quote. Funny. And then I love "Skin That Smoke Wagon."
Oh man.
Which I know exactly what that means, and I think that's like the only way I ever want to hear a gun getting drawn referred to. And because he just goes, skin that smoke wagon, see what happens. And Wyatt Earp is just like, he just comes off super cool in this movie too. He's like, I know you ain't about it, and I'm so about it. I don't even carry a gun.
No.
Which is like the ultimate, like, he's like Batman, like I'm above a gun right now.
I think this is the intro to this movie, to the Kurt Russell stare, the Wyatt Earp stare. He means business, and it's a superpower essentially. He's freaking people out by staring at him, dude. He's getting him to the core.
He looks crazy sometimes.
Oh, what's his name? Might have pissed himself. I like the lip bleeding. I like him smacking him around.
Oh, dude, it's smack attack, dude.
3 smacks, I think. Smacked him 3 times.
Taunting a man. It's just, I love this anytime. This is one of my favorite tropes. Just taunting a man that has a gun and you don't have a gun, and just outpowering him.
He's afraid to skin a smoke wagon, dude.
Skin that smoke wagon. See what happens. And it's like, because it's like, the see what happens means if I do this and I don't succeed, he's going to do something even crazier to me than smack the shit out of me. He's like, he runs him out, pulls him out by his ear. Apparently that's a true story. They drug that dude out by the ear and threw him out.
Big ear play in this movie. Is a recurring theme.
Yeah, a little bit of ear play.
Yep.
And then that secures them steak at the Oriental. And by the events of this movie, they turn into quite the popping place after old Billy Bob gets thrown out. And then the Earps get to see Doc Holliday. And once again, we're just talking like I ain't never heard anybody talk before. I love that Sam Elliott goes, "Low Doc," not hello. I love Low Doc. And then Wyatt says, I mean, I'm not even one of those people that's like, men in movies are gay with each other, but I just I just love like how happy Wyatt Earp is when he sees Doc Holliday.
He's tickled to death.
Oh, they love each other. And
a small callback here. Whenever they get off the train in the intro scene to the 3, I think it's Virgil says something like, "God, dog, I hope Doc ain't there." And Wyatt Earp said, "He just tickles me to death," or just something like that.
He makes me laugh. Yeah, they're just best buds, dude. Yep. And he goes, "How the hell are you?" And I love Wyatt, I am rolling. Which also like there's a really great meme of like my response to the gas station clerk whenever they ask me how much how the acid's hitting me. It's like, Wyatt, I am rolling.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. Billy Bob comes to kill him with a shotgun.
Settles him down immediately.
It's hard not to go through this movie line by line. Just he finds out that's Wyatt Earp. He's starstruck, and then he's just standing there like an idiot. And Doc goes, "Oh, Johnny, I forgot you were there. You may go now." Just so like it's crazy how cool he is. It's just crazy how cool he is. But it just cracks me up, the idea of like running into people you know in the Wild West. Like, what are the odds that
right.
Just you meet somebody on the East Coast.
Well, yeah, you just run into each other. You just run into your buddies, your pals, the old gang. You're like, I wonder if Doc's there, and Doc's just there. It's just so cool. It's so funny. It's small town, cool. But it's this again. This period of history is cool because there's such a big part of expansion. I think this town's sick in the sense that they establish the setting is growing, like because even same exact scene. I think Doc Holliday's like, I think it's Doc, but he's like, this is nothing but a mining town. This place ain't shit. And then immediately like, nope, this place is happening. We've got all this stuff going on. It is the next big thing.
Yeah, Doc is kind of like talking down because like that one guy, he's like saying it'll be as big as San Francisco in a couple years, which
that's
as we know is not
right.
But he's just talking about how sophisticated it is, and then we see like a shootout take place, and between people that they also know, which is just also funny that they know these scoundrels like Texas Turkey Creek Jack and like John Texas Bob or whatever their names were, and and it's cool seeing this because you see like some real like probably how most violence in the Wild West was, like somebody accuses somebody of cheating and a little gunfight happens, but it's not like quick draws. It's just like a fist fight with murder attached, and people are just so nonchalant about it. And we see a little bit of Law and Order, like the sheriff comes and takes their guns and deals with it, right? And it sets it up like for how lawless stuff will get later.
And it is pretty lawless. It kind of immediately too, but that you could feel like the fear, the palpable fear that is in the town. I think even later that Virgil mentions it, but like you could just kind of tell. You could tell they're really fucking it up around here, the Cowboys. Like they're just ruining this town and like the potential of it and the growth.
Yes, and everybody's afraid of them.
Yep.
Because of course, especially in this time period.
I was trying to find the script, but I think it's around this time where they say that they're not the law around here. It's the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's around this part of the movie.
Nobody can do anything without talking to them, pretty much.
Yeah.
And this is just a part of this era of the world, because if you started like a 500 member gang in modern day, right? The president would just like drop a bomb on you or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they could just deal with it so quick, just rally like, oh, you have 500 people, here's 10,000 National Guard troops to deal with you. It just would happen. So, but like imagine this, it's like there's 500 Cowboys, or I don't even know. It doesn't seem like there's that many, but there's like 50 organized people,
right,
who are known murderers. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what can you do? There's like,
I got my 4 best men here.
Yeah.
It's like these dudes got this town by the balls.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy mode. They got money. They're like, cause like I was looking into like what they actually were, and people apparently liked them because they would steal cows from Mexico and bring them to America and sell them for cheap.
Is that why they were the Cowboys?
That's why they were the Cowboys.
Okay.
And that's why they kind of got power and got so big, is because the American side of the border, people didn't really care what they did. They kind of liked them. It's like, oh, you're bringing me cheap cows, you're stealing from Mexico. But then Mexico, the Mexican border and the Mexican army started like beefing up and building forts along the border. Mm-hmm. And so they just were like, well, shit, we'll just steal from Americans now. And that's kind of what turned them into like the villains of the day.
Right.
But they still, like, as we see in this movie, they still have like a little bit of political power. They got friends in high places. And so
it's an interesting part of this movie too. I didn't know that. I didn't think that through as to why the marshal essentially won't do jack diddly nothing about him.
They're friends.
That makes complete sense. Yeah, they're homies.
They're friends, kind of. Yep. Then this is like a weird, just an interesting side plot. The thespians, the actors, come while Doc and Wyatt are talking, and I just love the silhouette of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday standing, and the actress says like she wants one, and she's gazing upon them. I love all that.
Cool.
They're just fun. It's just like it's a really fun side plot.
I was about to say, I just like it as a side plot. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, because then we get to see the theater, and this is just it's hilarious. It cracks me up, just like shooting the roof.
Yes. Yes.
And like, I can just imagine this happening so easily.
They're just complete scoundrels in this, and they suck so bad in this scene. This is yet again another scene like you see them in while they're killing and murdering people, and you get that whenever they're introduced, and then you're this, and you're like, oh, they can't even act normal.
They're just annoying
anytime.
Dude.
Yeah, they just suck, and nobody wants to be around these dudes.
They shoot the juggler's pins, and he freaks out. I love that the main theater guy, the main actor, the most beautiful man Billy Curly Bill's ever seen, and Sissy Billy, Sister Billy, also most beautiful man he's ever seen. I love how he's tough. He's getting shot at, and he wins them over. That's just fun. I like seeing how theater worked back in this day. Like, he's just doing a speech.
Yeah.
We just can't even imagine a world with no entertainment, you know?
No, this has to be the most entertaining. Because whenever even our main cast sits down up top, I like that juxtaposition of it too, where they're above the scoundrels below them.
Yeah.
Even whenever they sit down, one of their wives is like, I hope this is good. hope it's entertaining. And it's just some dude juggling and reading just reading some stuff on a stage.
The St. Crispin's Day speech, whatever that is, you know? And then we see Faust's Bargain, which I bet would be like super fun to see back in the day, you know, just something. And like we get to see cool stuff from Doc, like Doc Holliday. He knows about this bullshit.
Right.
He been new. And I love that he's a little, like he's talking to his girl. He's like, is your soul up for sale? You know?
Yeah. He's the coolest so cool. dude in every scene. Every single scene that he's in, he's the man.
Another cool part of this is Curly Bill says, talking to Johnny Ringo, is like, would you make that deal? And Johnny Ringo says, I already did. Yeah. Just, you know, really cool. What does that mean? What the hell are you talking about?
What are you talking about, man? Edgy.
I don't even know what I meant by this, but I put Wyatt's lady bit of an opinion fiend. I don't know exactly what I meant. I think
I don't remember that either.
I think she's just talking shit.
Just having a little bit much to say.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I just said like their relationship's only portrayed as rocky.
It is. I like the portrayal of Virgil and his lady at this point. They're very sweet.
Yeah. Oh, later in the movie they make me cry.
Yeah.
Just they say something so sweet.
Yeah. You can almost tell in this movie that Morgan's going to be the one to go. Because he plays such a little minor kind of role.
Just little, yeah.
But I mean, I get it.
Much.
Yeah, I do get it.
Well, Wyatt also has the most. He says all kinds of weird stuff in this movie that kind of foreshadows it. He talks about life after death. He asks Wyatt if he believes in God.
Interesting.
He says stuff like that. And then later on, Wyatt is talking to him directly. And it's like, you don't know what it's like to kill a man. It sucks, you know?
Yeah.
And then we get to see that. So there is stuff to him that kind of, they make him like such the little brother that it's like, it's hard to look at him and be like, that's the little brother. But they kind of want you in your mind to be like, he's so much younger and innocent, and he's not like Wyatt and Virgil,
you know? Yeah. And I think that Virgil as a character is cool in this movie too. Because he's a little older and wiser, but he's also about the justice. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's about the book.
If I'm thinking correctly too, whenever in this scene with the cowboys in the theater, I like that anytime they fuck around, it shows them being very disapproving of it from above. Yeah. But I can't remember if Virgil in particular, if anybody in particular is like the most scornful of it. But it was tense enough to where, like, this being my first time watching this movie, I was like, something's gonna happen here. Somebody's gonna say something, and this is gonna be what kicks it off.
Mm-hmm.
But it did not.
And no, we this is like Wyatt wants to go to the Oriental to make some money, and his wife is just pissed at him. Just classic, classic Rocky Bay. She's like, I'll go. You go do what you want to do.
Right.
You cowboy son of a bitch. And he's like, okay. You know, like
you're right.
I will go gamble all night. And all my brothers are allowed to do it.
Morgan's like, yeah, come on.
They're in the
She sucks bad. She sucks bad.
Yeah,
she does suck.
And they do it on purpose. And so they've already. The Oriental it's portrayed as like a nice place, and it's real popping, and they're in there. And I love this scene, the cowboys meeting the Earps and Holiday.
Yep.
And this is like at the end of this scene, this is when Act 1 ends in my mind. This is like the meeting of all the characters we see, all the dynamics, and this is the first scene of the movie that's the best scene of the movie. You could say that. And like if you did say that, I'd because there's so much going on here.
There's a lot happening in this.
There's so much. Curly Bill comes up. We get this is like, you see Curly Bill's the leader because he always talks first.
Right.
And Ike is the little coward underling that is like, he's the loudmouth dog that only barks behind the fence.
Right.
Because like he starts talking crap and Wyatt just stonewalls him.
Yeah.
And Curly Bill kind of sees that Wyatt just doesn't care about him, laughs it off. And some of the best dialogue in the movie. Wyatt says he's retired, and Johnny Ringo looks at Doc Holliday and says, "You retired too?"
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "No, I'm in my prime." Just looks terrible.
Just looks awful. Yep.
He looks so. And Johnny Ringo immediately, like, the Cowboys have bad attitudes. They think they're big dick swinging.
Oh yeah.
They just talk out of turn because like Johnny Ringo says, "Yeah, you look it." Like they're talking shit.
Yeah.
And I just love the whole thing of Doc being like, "This Johnny Ringo, should I hate him?" And is like kind of like
a cool monologue.
Just out loud trying to decide if he hates this guy.
Yep.
And he says something really fun, and this is like what's fun about movies and who cares about the history aspect. Mm-hmm. Like Doc Holliday and Johnny Ringo get like almost like an anime dynamic where Doc Holliday is like, he kind of reminds me of me. I do hate him. And Wyatt Earp says he's drunk. I wrote down the Latin, bro. I was Latin
wondering
breakdown.
If you wrote the Latin, because I would love to know what they said.
I got the Latin breakdown, the true meaning or the literal meaning, the true meaning, what they meant, all of that.
Interesting.
So Wyatt says he's drunk, don't mind him. Mm-hmm. And Doc says in vino veritas, which means in wine I speak truth, which means I'm drunk talking. You know,
right.
I'm not that drunk. I'm just like sociable.
Right.
And you know, guys, I'm going to butcher this. I don't know Latin, you know, whatever.
Dead anyway.
Yeah, dead. It's made up. And yeah, true. Who's to say I'm not speaking this shit fluent now that I'm thinking about it?
Might be perfect.
So John Ringo says, "Age quod agis," and that's just do what you do best. And he's saying that's, you know, you're a drunk.
You're a drunk bastard.
You're a drunk bastard. And this is where it gets like really interesting of like the Latin. Doc says, "Credat Judius appella non ego," which this is like almost like saying like a slang term. So this is what Romans would say to Jews. And it's let the Jew appella believe it, not me. And so so it's also, it could be like saying like go bark up someone else's tree. I don't care.
Yeah.
So he's like just saying, he's like, if you think I'm the best at getting drunk, you believe that.
Yep.
But I don't believe that, you know?
Nope, don't care. Yeah.
And they're talking shit because Ringo says, Juventus, this is where it gets really tricky, Stultorum Magister, which is youth is the teacher of fools. And he's saying, you're ignorant of the danger you're in with me.
Right.
And Doc says, you know this one. This, if you've ever played Assassin's Creed 2, baby. In pace rescuace. Rest in peace. But he's saying it's your funeral. Saying like, if you think I'm in danger fucking with you, it's your funeral fucking with me.
Yeah.
Such a crazy back and forth. Such a crazy back and forth. And you don't need to see the breakdown.
I didn't need that. Yeah.
You don't need the breakdown. The breakdown just takes it up.
Yes.
And I love that they're like, hey, we don't need any trouble here in any language. And he says,
it's so, I'm so
Latin,
glad,
darling.
Yes. I'm so glad they don't translate it for you. I'm so glad that it's not there. You get the vibe of it completely. You don't need any more of it. Super cool. I think it also shows, you know, like these are two, and again, even Doc says it himself, he's an intelligent man as well.
I do hate him.
Yes, I do hate him.
I do hate him. I love that.
It shows that, you know, this other dude, the cowboy as well, immediately as another subplot that gets resolved later of him being the anti-Doc. Like, these dudes got beef with each other. This is another subplot of they hate each other. And they're a lot alike. They are.
This is anime, dude. This is like, we got gangs, we got protagonists, deuteragonists, we got counterparts. It's so cool. It's like, it's mythology. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And then like you were talking, Ringo spins his pistols, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's cool about this scene is Ringo is like flaunting.
Yes.
And it cuts to Doc, even though he's drunk, he like, there's like a quick jerk in his eyes and he notices how fast he drew his pistols, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, this is like how I feel. Doc saw how fast Johnny Ringo is, and he's not even that impressed.
Right.
He's like, you showed your hand first. I know I'm faster.
Interesting.
And he just fucks with them. You know, he just humiliates him. Spins his cup. You think I'm a drunk bastard? Yeah, maybe so, dude.
Right.
And he's just like, that's not what guns are for, spinning them around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's goofing off. And I'll show you that I can goof off. It's so good.
That was such one of my favorite scenes in the movie there. Maybe the scene in the movie. It's cool that Wyatt has the sawed off aimed at him. Yeah, from underneath the table. It's very tense and it's sick. The Latin is almost out of place in a way. Because it's funny, you don't ever get anything like that for the rest of the movie. But
the what?
The Latin. Them speaking Latin like that. It's almost out of place in this film.
It is. It was just like,
you don't get anything else like that. But my God, it does a great job. I don't know if Kurt Russell was responsible for directing that one.
Oh, I don't know.
Jesus Christ, man, that was cool. Awesome.
It is really awesome. God, I just love the initial "in wine I speak truth." Just like, I love that shit talk, man.
I can't fanboy about Doc Holliday. He does look like absolute hell. He gets worse throughout the whole movie. Every scene he gets cooler, and every scene he looks even more like shit. It's crazy.
He just, not me. No. I'm in my prime. It's so funny. He's just so full of shit.
Yep.
Doc, I mean, like, Wyatt Earp is right. He makes me laugh, dude.
Yeah.
If I was in that bar that night, I would have been cackling. At him spinning that whiskey cup. I would have absolutely shit in the floor.
Funny. And that really was a good way too of just showing like, this is nothing. You're literally just like you said, you're just fucking with them. It's not. You're a clown. He clowned on him.
He clowned on him. He really did.
Nope.
He mogged him. He's like,
he did.
I'm gonna get everybody laughing at your bitch ass, dude. Johnny Ringo.
Yep.
It's crazy. You're getting the whole bar laughing at somebody. I bet that felt crazy back then.
He hit a 60-second pistol spin. Old Ringo did.
He's even like left, motioning like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, it's so good. Next scene, there's like some fun talk with Doc and Wyatt. This is like I was telling you, like, Doc's like, do you even see yourself as a married man? You don't got nothing for women. And he's like, what would you do if you saw that lady, the devil, you know? And she walks in the bar, and Wyatt, you know, he does a little bit, and Doc says, you are an oak, meaning like he's unmoving, right?
Right.
Immediately, he runs into this lady in the mountains on horseback and like takes off chasing her. And he even says, he's like, yep, you're an oak, Wyatt.
Yep.
And like, just a situation no married man should be in, having a picnic with the lady after a horse race.
No. She's pressing him too.
She's asking him. She is hungry for it, dude. She's spinning on it. She wants to so bad. It's so funny. My wife was like, I would have kicked this woman's ass. And I was like, you wouldn't be the wife in this situation who's like a drug-addled idiot who doesn't care, you know? And she's like, I could be. And she's like, and this woman's she's pushing the issue too much. I would have kicked her ass. And I was like, fair enough. But it just cracked me up, the lady brain on that one. Because, like, dude, I was like, in my mind, I was like, you ain't mad at Wyatt Earp for having a picnic with her?
Yeah. Yeah. But she's fishing for it. She's pushing. She's talking to him sweetly. It's crazy. Oh,
she's just saying stuff. And I even like how they said it. Like, you ain't never heard a woman talk like this? And he's like, never.
No.
Yeah, because he's used to opioid out prostitutes who are brain dead.
But even then, too, this is a cool scene because the little bit of dialogue you get there, too, does carry on throughout the movie, I think. Throughout his conversation with his wife, and I think or with his wife, his official wife, Wyatt's. And then it gets him thinking, I think from this scene on, he's really thinking about, like, this scene, of course, because of her, but I think it also, like, shook him a little bit. Like, it fucked with him.
Yeah, because she just says something so simple. And, dude, like, bro,
what do you want out of life?
Bro, if you're a cowboy in the woods and a pretty lady is saying this to you, I would have been questioning everything. Because, like, she's saying stuff so simply, like, it doesn't suit you.
Right.
And, you know, you can't lie to yourself. And, like, just looking at Wyatt Earp, it's like, yeah, no way does it suit you. When you want to be a family man, it's like you just spent all night gambling and you had a blast.
Yeah.
You know? You were smacking dudes around your first day here. Like, you don't want a wife and a kid. You're crazy.
Settle down. Yeah. You can't escape it.
I don't know if you noticed it, but the horses in this scene, like, you know, the horses are into each other.
Yeah.
That's why they run first.
Yeah.
But the next scene where they're having the picnic, the horses look so in love. It looks like a Disney movie.
Yes, I did.
It's
pick
so
up on that.
funny.
I saw that myself. I'm glad you mentioned that.
It's
crazy.
And, like,
it's nice too. Probably. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if the horses were just good actors there on their own volition and will. But damn, they did their job because that was the first thing I noticed. Because I think even then it does a pan from the horses to them.
Yeah,
and
I'm thinking it probably is intentional, but, like, the horses are, like, cartoonishly in love, and I was like, oh my god. I just put this is when I put this bad situation for a married man to be in. Deep Bay talk. Goes home to a non-interested bae. The classic, like, a woman sparks your interest. You try to run that game counter with your lady and just falls flat. Just a good trope.
Just nothing. Yep.
She's like, what are you talking about? I'm high.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just like, oh shit, this shit kind of sucks.
I know you've seen this before, and we talk about the old Western dialogue. This was the scene I realized she was hooked on that hooch. I didn't realize before that was what she was actually referring to. Do you remember if you remembered that, like, the first time that you watched the movie?
No, probably not.
Okay, this is the
and
one
I probably put the pieces together just knowing.
Yes, he was like, "You're on that opium again. Don't drink too much of that stuff."
Yeah, and
because he even said, like, this is another bottle or something like that.
Is that the bottle you got from whoever?
Yes.
It just cracks me up that, like, back in the day, it's like, I get headaches. Here's a bottle of opium. It's opium. Like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yep.
You know, but. Yeah, I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have caught it at the initial point.
No.
But I kind of even just, like, thought about it, just in terms of history, that, like, you know, she kind of just would probably have opium.
Right.
So then we're getting into the, like, a really big point of conflict in the movie. It's the slow night inside the Oriental, and Curly Bill is high on opium, and he's just shooting up the town.
I'd love to be Curly Bill in this situation. I bet the feelings that he's going through, man, I bet he is floating.
Oh, dude, he is.
Oh my god, I bet there's never been a guy felt better than that. High off the opium, came straight from the I don't know, the tent.
Yeah,
I guess was smoking it with some fine ladies in there, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just come out and start blasting them double pistols, shooting at anything you can.
Yeah, the dude, like, running by, and then he starts running faster. Imagine how scary this would be. He's howling at the moon. Oh my
God. Horrifying.
Oh, it'd be terrible.
He's vent leaning almost.
He is vent leaning. He's tweaking hard.
Yeah.
Thank God modern day tweakers don't have access to single action revolvers, because this would be a common occurrence. And it just cracks me up that they're like, get out there, Fred White, it's your job. Or they're actually doing the opposite, because Fred White's like, I need to get out there. And they're
this
like,
is the scene where the marshal passes the buck.
Yes, dude, and
passes it on. I'm like, man, that's a little weird. He said this isn't a county issue.
He's like, this is a town matter, not a county issue. Yeah, he's just at this point I couldn't tell if it's like, is he a coward? Does he not care?
Right.
It's probably a little bit of both. It's like he's also friends with them, but so he gets. I mean, Fred White goes out there to do his job, and Curly Bill kills him, and then is remorseful for it.
Yeah.
Which I thought is interesting. You know, like
I think he probably just was high on drugs, got caught up.
He's just high on drugs. Yep. And I love that Wyatt's just like, damn, and comes out and just, this is called buffaloing, okay? So imagine my hands, a gun.
Yeah.
This is a true story too, and Wyatt Earp is credited with coming up with this. So a lot of people like smack people with the butt of the gun, right? Yeah. Wyatt Earp was a big fan of buffaloing, where he would just take the full iron barrel and just like smack you like in the nose with it. And like he like created that technique, and like he does it all the time in this movie. That's like the only way he smacks people with guns.
Right.
And it's just like, that's like a little funny detail that's like 100% historical accurate. Is like, that's how he liked smacking people with guns. Just barrel on them. And
that is cool.
And just he whomps Curly Bill.
Oh god.
Knocks him out.
Even what's his name? What's the sheriff's name's Fred White.
Fred White. That's right. I was going to say Frank Stone. That's somebody out there, I'm sure. Shout out to Frank Stone. Fred White. He plays this very well too, because he is horrified. You can kind of tell. Oh my god.
I think he's even shaking. He's like, he doesn't want to be, involved in this at all.
No.
And then it is sad. Rest in peace to him. But sick move. Is it Curly in this scene?
Yeah.
Okay. Sick move that Curly
hit with
on
the
him.
Upside down gun.
Dude, shot him in the heart. It's crazy.
I mean, would have got my ass instantly.
Easy. I thought he was.
And this is true. This is true. This is one of the things that really happened.
Yeah.
You know, they murdered a sheriff in the middle of the street, the Cowboys. Yep. And I love how Wyatt does this, because like the townspeople are like, get a rope, string him up, and Wyatt's like, whoa. He'll stand trial for it.
Yeah.
But then the Cowboys are like, let him go. And Wyatt's like, now hold on.
I can't do that.
And I just love the interactions, because did you watch this on AMC? Like I told you to?
I just rented it on Prime.
Okay. Did it cuss in the scene beforehand? Did it say the F word?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay. So before the scene, whenever Doc Holliday's playing the music, and Sandman from Spider-Man 3. I don't know if you caught that.
Yep. Isabel caught that, actually. She was like, what's awesome. He in? That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. He comes up and he's like, how about any Yankee fucking doodle or whatever?
Yes.
And my version said flippin', which ruined it for me.
Oh, mine said fucking.
But Doc Holliday says, fucking Copeland or Choplin, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yep.
But
it said flipping in your version?
It said flipping, dude.
That sucks, dude. That sucks
so bad. Yeah,
that's so funny.
Old man AMC. Don't want to hear the cuss words, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was supremely lame. But Ike is like, let him go. Ike is just king coward. This dude.
Oh God, yeah.
He ain't got it in him at all.
The whole movie, yeah.
And it's despicable how cowardly he is.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that Wyatt, psychs him out. Does the Kurt Russell stare.
Kurt Russell stare on him, dude. And immediately Ike's like, he means it.
Yeah, dude, because he's like, hey, they might rush me, but I'll canoe your head, dude.
Yes.
awesome.
Sick verbiage. Yep.
And Sandman says, "Come on, let's rush him." And he's like, "He's not bluffing.
He's not kidding.
He'll do it. Back up." Yep. And Doc Holliday. This is like, so Wyatt Earp is just kind of doing the right thing. Like, hey, the sheriff just died. This guy's being a nuisance. I'm gonna go get him. People surrounded him. He's like, "Hey, back up." He's not like super, like, there's no reason for him to be involved. There's no reason at all for Doc Holliday to be involved, but he's like, my friend Wyatt Earp is out there.
Yeah.
I just love that bit of dialogue. "Hey, music lover." And Sandman is like, "This dude's so drunk. He's probably seeing double." And he pulls out the two pistols.
Yep.
He's like, "I got one for the both of you." Awesome. And then the Earp brothers come out with shotguns and just completely take over the situation. It's just cool.
Yep.
It's a really cool scene.
It gives you the vibe that they can kind of win in a fight.
Yeah.
In a way. Like they fend the Cowboys off. They punk them. And it kind of shows the Cowboys in a way. They're like they are not cowardly, but they're just criminals. That just is what it is. They they kind of stand.
They just never had anybody stand up against them.
Right.
Is how,
yeah.
Like they're
That's
just
true.
so.
Yep. I didn't think about that too.
They
This is the point of resistance.
They sing to their own tune. Is that the phrase? Like they're I say up their own ass too much on the podcast. Right. I need another phrase. But they are like they really have, like, they've bought into their own music. They think they don't think anybody can stand against them. So this little bit of resistance, especially by the legendary fable Wyatt Earp and his gunslinging aristocrat Doc Holliday.
Yep.
It's like it does really scare him.
Yep.
After this is like the midpoint of the movie. Is Virgil and Morg become marshals. And it's kind of like, well, I'm wrong. We're getting close. You know what the midpoint is.
Probably.
So they become marshals, and Wyatt is just pissed.
My God, yeah.
He's just so pissed.
And it's the leading scene up to this of Virgil deciding upon this is cool, because the Cowboys, some of them come through town or something like that, and I think he saves the kid, I believe, and hands the kid off to his mother.
Yeah.
And he just is like looking. And I love that we don't get a ton of Virgil's not in like the second half of this movie. But
no, he's not.
You don't get a lot of dialogue out of Virgil, period, in this movie. But
he's a man
what
of few
he
words.
says and has to say about why he's wanting to become a marshal or a sheriff or whatever it is, is very, very nice. It's very, very well spoken, eloquently laid out, I think. There's something, I wish I knew exactly what he says, but he says that he could just, like, the fear of these people in this town is just palpable, and they're just like, he can't stand by it while they're just milking the money off of it. And I think he says, like, just being fucking vultures to them or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what a way of saying it, man.
He's just so noble.
Yes.
And like he's the white cowboy hat figure of the movie. Not Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp is pretty in anti-hero territory too.
Right.
And which is cool. But like Virgil's like, hey, this is really shown in the next scene. They try to pass a no gun ordinance in town.
Yes.
Right.
Very funny.
It's funny to think like that's how stuff happened too. Just like, because this is one of the true moments. It's like they did try to do this, and people are just like pissed.
Dude, they got a crowd gathered. Yes.
Yeah. And Virgil's like, I'm not saying you can't own a gun. You just can't carry it in town, And
right.
It's really funny. And you can tell like they're just being very I don't even know. They're just trying a lot. They're trying to like they're trying to fix it, and they're getting a lot of backlash. And they were in real life too. They were like people had mixed views on this shit.
Well, I mean, they are being very abrasive. Like they're enacting some crazy change here, right out of the gate.
Yeah, they're. I mean, and who are they? Like, who are these guys?
Yep.
But it just cracks me up that once again, Wyatt Earp is like, dude, this sucks, and he gives them their guns, his gun, and he's like, whatever, do whatever the hell y'all are doing.
I think in the scene too, I wanted to say as well, you get the breakdown of like you said, Morgan really is the little brother here. I think you get the brotherly breakdown of the Earps. Like,
yes,
Virgil stood up. He's doing what is objectively probably right, even if it's not the best decision to make. He just feels like he has to do it. And then Morgan as well.
Morgan's like, me too, big brother.
Yeah. Yeah. And Wyatt's like, buddy, why did you do this? Why did you agree to this, Morgan? And Morgan's like, well, I followed my brother's lead, and I thought you'd do the same as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's cool.
Yep.
I do like that little aspect of it.
Mm-hmm. Nice to see. Good little detail of the movie.
Yeah, it's fun. I love seeing the brother dynamic and how it plays in throughout the rest of the film. Mm-hmm. Then we get into the 36 hours straight of poker playing, which is just, what are you doing?
So what's going on? Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? Like, what?
Again, Doc Holliday looks terrible in this scene.
This is one of his worst looking scenes.
Yes.
And it's, he's acting crazy. Mm-hmm. It just cracks me up. Why it's like, why don't you go? And he grabs him, right? And he's like, I'll not be pawed at. And I even in the past I've looked up like the true meaning of, like, I was like, I just never heard that before. Like, I'll not be pawed at. And it just means like, it almost even means like, don't like sexually grab, like, don't get up in my space, man. Like, but he just is cracking me up because they're like, ain't you had enough? He's like, I've not even begun to defile myself yet. And his little lady's like, my doc can go all night, all day, and then some,
Yep.
It's just really funny. And he is. I mean, he's winning.
Dude, 12 hands straight.
12 hands straight. Ike, once again, this pussy.
Yep.
He's just so pissed. And one of my favorite lines, he's like, I guess poker's just not your game. I know, let's have a spelling contest. The way he says it, the look on his face, it is just, I mean, I would have immediately thrown hands if I was in that position. You'd have to, Sam Elliott would have had to come and grab me, dude. I would have been so pissed off.
Yeah.
Just that goofy ass face, winning 12, probably cheating,
Yeah.
Has to be cheating, right?
Right.
And it cracks me up that they are a gang. Like it shows that the Earps are a gang because Ike is pissed because like, oh, y'all are all in on it, and he gets his gun from the bartender, and he's talking like he's big bad when nobody's around,
right?
But whenever people are around, he's the little boy. But I love that he's talking crap with Sam Elliott behind him, and Sam Elliott just mogs him, just manhandles him, and they go throw him in jail just to get being drunk slept out of him.
Yep.
And whenever he
Cowboys
gets picked up,
pick him up,
and they just have awful attitudes. They just think they're hot shit, and because they bump into Wyatt. I can't even think of what he says because he's like, I'm sorry. Right. I didn't mean nothing by it, and that guy's like, you are sorry, or you can take that sorry and shove it up your ass. And it just cracks me up. He shows him his gun, and Wyatt just takes it from him, smacks him with it. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's just classic escalation.
Yeah, and then even then, that's when they say like, tonight's the night. Then
we'll be back.
Yeah,
we'll be back to kill you.
Yep. Which is funny. I mean, they're just gathered at the OK Corral.
They're just gathered at the OK Corral, dude.
And couple boys hanging around.
The OK Corral, I don't even know. It's like they're not even at the OK Corral. They're behind the OK Corral or whatever in the lot next to it.
They've talked shit to the whole town. That's funny. Mm-hmm. Everybody's coming by and is like, yeah, they said they're going to kill you tonight.
They're going to kill y'all.
Yep.
And they get Virgil. This is just Virgil, like, so up his own ass also. Mm-hmm. I love that he's like, I'm going to go disarm them. And Wyatt's like, dude, who cares?
Yes.
Who cares, dude? It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, it's the law, and they're breaking it. He's just so by the book.
Yes.
Now, they get deputized, and Doc Holliday's like, I went in on this, and Wyatt says, like, you know, you won't have no business in this. And it offends Doc, because Doc, in this movie, he wants to be part of the gang.
Right.
He hates, because we got the scene of, like, Doc getting with the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, you're just dead, pretty much. He said like 2 years, 2 days. Who knows?
Yep.
It's the Old West. I have no idea, you know? Yeah, and like telling him you have to completely have to change your life if you want to live. And I mean, I'm sure he just hates that. Just from fuck history, because like that's like all this is true, you know? All this bullshit's true, but like in the movie, he's portrayed as, you know, he's intelligent. He likes having fun. He likes living life. He's educated. He has not many friends. He has Wyatt Earp, and he's a cowboy. Or not a cowboy in the movie, but like he's a gunslinger, right?
Yeah.
And this is what he cares about. So he's just so heartbroken that he's dying of this terrible disease as a young man. You know, he has a lot to live.
Right.
And so Wyatt saying this to him is just like, you know, fuck you, dude. Like,
right.
How dare you say that to me? What a thing to say to me.
Yeah. And this is also where we get to the second like weird betrayal of the marshal, almost, where the marshal said, guys, don't bother with it, don't go, I've already disarmed him.
I've disarmed him. And that's true. That really happened. And there's some fun behind the scene footage of all the cast members talking about the shooting of the OK Corral and how gray of a situation it was. Because a lot of the people thought the Earps were murderers. A lot of people thought the Cowboys deserved it. In this movie, it does even show that, like that people are split on it, and there's a lot of weird stuff to it. Yeah. Even in this movie, it kind of is portrayed that they went over there to fucking kill them guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know Virgil says like, hey, this ain't what I want, but Doc Holliday,
he winking at him.
He pushes the issue. Yeah. I love the walkover. This is like a classic Western trope, but it's fun that it really happened. You know, they come walking over.
The boys look badass here too.
Oh, they look so tough. I love that they give Doc the shotgun. He flips his duster off in one of these scenes. Whenever they roll up to aim the shotgun. It just looks so cool.
Just sick.
It cracks me up when they're walking up that a kid comes by and yells, bang, bang, bang.
The shit out of him, yeah. Like that fucking kid.
Yeah, Morgan's like, God damn it, get out of here.
Yep.
Damn kid. So, I mean, such a scary situation to be in. And they come over and they kind of shock the Cowboys. Like, I kind of see the Cowboys, they were trying to bluff.
Right.
You know? They're like, they won't come over here.
It feels like they almost caught them with their pants down.
They did catch them with their pants down. They were shocked.
Yeah.
Ike was like in a barrel of water.
Yeah.
For whatever
in
reason,
the well. Washing up.
So I love how this the shootout is directed. I think it's actually, I think it's like an actual good piece of action. I like how
it's
it looks.
Very cool.
It kind of looks realistic because it kind of looks messy.
Yeah.
Like there's like one scene where Doc is like hunched over and running, shooting his pistols.
Yep.
And you know, they fire a ton of shots and only kill like 3 people.
Yep.
You know,
the stare down is good. That initiates it. I really like that. I don't think it hangs on to that too long. I think it's a very good scene. And then I think it continues to build and build and build with the stare down too. And you get your little bit of Doc wink. And he did aggress on it. I mean, he, you know, that you can tell that none of the cowboys were prepared in any way through the stare down.
I love the scene in the movie, like how it looks. All 4 of them walking. It's the side of them.
Yeah.
And somebody grabs their holster, and they all stop. And Virgil like has his cane out. I just love how that looks. Like, it looks really good. Just all of them stopping at the same time, seeing the side profile of them. It looks really cool.
Yeah. And I do know what you mean. The scene is a little bit messy as well. Like the one, not only is it they just completely whip the cowboys, which they kind of do, but they get fucked up by it. Like, they get shot. It is messy. They shoot, you know, 1,000 bullets. Not really. They shoot probably 50, 100 bullets, whatever.
Probably not even that, but like for Old West shootouts, they're shooting a bunch.
And they are like moving around, like you said. Doc Holliday is rushing the building. The coward Ike goes into the photo building and shooting from the window. He gets semi blasted. Not really.
Yeah, because he surrenders.
Yes,
right? Because he's like, I'm not armed, and that's why this was a messy situation. Because 2 of the cowboys, they weren't armed, right?
Right.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, that's what it says in like the damn newspaper. Like, the boys had to go to court over this.
Yeah.
And that's what got them acquitted was Ike Clampton surrendered, or Clayton, whatever his name is. He surrendered because he surrendered, and Wyatt Earp, you know, didn't kill him.
Right.
And so the judge was like, well, obviously they weren't bloodthirsty, or they would have just killed him too. And that's what got him to pass. But they did kill one unarmed man. And but you know, Virgil and Morg, they get shot.
Yeah.
Just one note, I like how it looks. Doc shooting the shotgun in the air to get the horse to stand up.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Doc looks so cool holding guns in this movie. Val Kilmer, he looks great. He just is so enjoyable. It's a shame this movie came out in 1993. If this movie would have came out this year, there would be they would have lined up like 3 Doc Holliday movies after this. I think.
Yeah, certainly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think
this is his movie.
Yeah, I mean, he would have starred in like an HBO TV show called The Adventures of Doc Holliday, and he would have had a job until he died or got too old to play the role.
Yeah.
And it would have been cool. So
would have been awesome.
I like how it's portrayed in the movie that like the shootout is they portray it as messy. 2 of them got shot. They killed some guys. Behan tries to arrest them, and Wise just goes, No, dude. I like that. The townspeople aren't super happy. His wife isn't super happy. He even like sarcastically says to the mayor, like, "There's our good deed for the day." You know,
right?
We just committed manslaughter in the town.
Is just a kind of a blunder by this whole. It's just a messy situation. I mean, you can't say whether it's a blunder by Virgil or not, but they just probably shouldn't have got caught up in all this. You know,
well, it didn't solve anything.
No, it made everything worse.
It just made everything worse.
Yep.
Because the next scene, I'm out of notes now, so I'm gonna just be going straight through memory. But like, so the next scene is the funeral. They get to see the cowboys have a funeral for him, and I like how that looks. Like, I like how they have them in like the ventriloquist doll makeup. You know,
yeah.
Like I just just old Wild West customs is interesting to see.
I don't remember that scene too well, but yep.
Well, it like so they're in their caskets and you see them in their suits. They're in suits, but their cheeks are just so rosy red and they're just pasty white, and it's just like that's probably like how morticians just dolled people up,
right?
You know, like we do now, but it's just different. You know, it's
right.
just and I love that the cowboys are holding signs like "murdered in the streets,"
right?
Because it's like there's like a weird, fun political play to this, but it also just cracks me up that Wyatt and Morgan are just on the front porch watching them walk by, and it's almost like they're not taunting them, but it is just like, damn, like. It's like the tension is just so crazy. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Did they? I don't remember these scenes. I don't know if I stepped away or what. Do they? Is that a kind of a callback toward later, whenever Morgan ends up dying and the cowboys are sitting on the porch?
A little bit, yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It is a little bit similar to that because it's not as close and they don't talk like they did, but. Wyatt and Morgan have the conversation here where he's like, Morgan is like, you know, you're right. It doesn't feel like how, and Wyatt's like, I know, because he killed somebody. And Wyatt told him earlier, like, you know, you're not prepared to kill somebody. Yeah. And Morgan goes, I almost wish. And he's like, I know.
Yeah.
And like, he was going to say something crazy. Like,
leaves it at that.
I wish I would have died or whatever. Right.
Right.
Which is cool. And the next scenes of them just like hanging out, it's the stormy night.
Yes. Despicable, they send the gunman after the ladies.
Despicable, dude.
Does nothing causes of it. Almost ding dong ditches him with the shotgun. Like, does no damage. It's
yeah. I like the idea. I like that the actress comes to tell him.
Yep.
And I like the idea of my wife, like, if that bitch would have came over, she would have kicked her ass.
Right.
Just like trying to warn you.
Yeah.
So I think that's funny. Sam Elliott, he leaves and gets...
He does.
He gets shot under the guise of thunder. And
and then comes back. I like that whenever he comes back and he's... I think Wyatt says, like, what did you forget this time, Verge?
Yeah, and they just
Virgil just collapses on the ground.
I hate seeing how bloody his arm is.
Yeah.
And I like how like Western medicine is portrayed here because it just sucks. Yeah. Everybody's covered in blood. They're having a hard time. There's only ever bad news getting told. Because like they're like, he's not going to be able to use, he's going to lose his left arm, all use in it, right? And I mean, I get it. That does suck. Like, it would suck to lose your arm.
Yeah.
But I just like how his wife is literally like, oh God, no. It's like she's freaking out. It's like, well, he got shot and he's going to live. So like, chill out. Yeah. But this is like the sweet scene where he goes, oh, Allie girl, I still got one arm to hold you with.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Just very cool, very sweet of him. And that's pretty much I like that scene too. It's one of our last scenes, like proper scenes with Virgil in it. We just don't really get that much more Verge after this. He's in a couple, especially in, you know, the upcoming funeral scene. But yeah. And I like that Wyatt is kind of trying to get it like I told you so over on him. Not out to be an asshole. Yes. But this just sucks, dude. It sucks bad. And Wyatt is like,
it is really
Virgil,
fun.
I told you, man. This is
and he's
what's
like, what
up.
do you want me to do?
Yes.
What do you want me to do?
And it is genuine.
Just like, leave
and Virgil's
me alone.
just like, yes, I can't. Yeah. So then
I do like that.
Yep. Wyatt goes out, I think.
Well, Morgan goes
out.
Okay.
He goes to play some pool. He goes to shoot some pool to ease his mind.
This is like one of my critiques of the movie.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So in real life, these events happen like weeks or months apart. Okay.
Right.
They both did happen.
Yes.
Okay. But And like I've said before, like who gives a shit about the historical and how it relates to the movie? But this is where I think it does matter, because why would this dude leave and then just nonchalantly play pool?
It is so funny though. Morgan is like, I love this game of pool. The whole movie, even earlier, he's like, I love billiards. We need to get us a billiard in every house we got one day.
He does say that.
He just loves pool, I think.
He does love pool, but when he leaves earlier, I thought he was leaving to go kill some people, right?
Right.
So I was like, why is he just so playing this pool? Now, in real life, this was like 3 months later, so like he's just playing pool, you know, like my brother got shot 3 months ago, and but in the movie they do it insane. They condense it down, and that's fine.
They shoot him in the back. Never find out who the shooter is.
No,
and I like that too. I like that you don't see. We don't know. They just all suck. It becomes all their faults then, in that way that it doesn't show the gunman, so you kind of just blame all the cowboys in a way.
Right.
And I like that. Any one of them.
I like that before this, old Merle comes and tells Wyatt, like, I heard what they did to your ladies. Call back to his first scene that he has a moral compass.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm not going to be a cowboy anymore. And now I'm part of your gang if you want me to be.
Anything you need, let us know. Tosses the bandana down. Him and two other cowboys.
Yeah. And I thought that was cool.
Yep.
Morgan dying is sad.
It's very sad.
I don't like it.
It's excruciating seeing them try to dig the bullet out of the back of his spine. Once again, this 1800s medicine Wild West news. Medicine sucks bad.
No, it's not good at all.
And he's clearly dying. And he says that he has the little line of dialogue here where he says that you remember, or how we were talking about seeing the light whenever you go to die. Like, that's a lie. I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. And then just dies. Like, that's his last word.
That's it.
And I love how Kurt Russell acts in the scene, just covered in his little brother's blood, and he's just out in the street just freaking out.
Yes.
And this is when my wife said she would kick that lady's ass. The actress comes out, and he's like, leave me alone. And then he turns to his wife, and she just is like,
she just walks away.
What the hell was that about? You know, why'd she think she could comfort you?
Right.
And which is just, it's funny. And this is like the messy parts of the movie. That's like, I think does take it down a little bit. Just like the weird love triangle, just because it's not ever like super focused on it, and it's not even that big part of a movie. I just think it doesn't make me dislike it any. It just keeps it from being
even a hater, but I didn't think it was played up too much. I like there's a little bit of romance, like
I do
movie.
too. I do too, but
I think it's like a nice little triangle there.
It's just funny.
Yeah, but again, it shows too. Like, even though his wife is pissed, his wife is cold, man. She's just is cold, dude.
She
and it's sad really because he literally turns to her in this scene. She just walks away from him, and I mean, I don't know. She probably doesn't know the extent of everything, and I mean, really, too. Of course, a married man shouldn't be doing that, but it's not like that. Wyatt Earp, as soon as he saw this actress, completely turned his back on his wife. I felt like even whenever they had the picnic and he came home and he was like, how about we get out of here? How about we go get room service? And she's like, what are you talking about, bro?
What are you talking about, dude?
She just kills it off.
That cracks me up.
Yep.
Honestly.
But I like that scene too. I like the Kurt Russell spaz, the blood on his hands, he's just soaking wet in the rain, just wandering around. Just doesn't.
Oh,
what do you do from here?
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, he looks like he's in such despair.
Yeah.
And goddamn, we somehow have missed over one of the best scenes. It was in between this. It was they're on the street after they killed the cowboys, and Johnny Ringo's drunk. And Johnny Ringo is trying to shoot Wyatt Earp, And Wyatt's like, I don't even have a gun. And all the brothers walk off. And Johnny Ringo says, does none of y'all want to play for blood? And Doc Holliday says his most iconic line, I'm your Huckleberry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just, I don't know how we missed that scene. Just one of the best scenes. Because it just shows Doc how confident he is. He's cheating. First off, he's got his gun already drawn.
Right.
Pulled his gun out as soon as Johnny Ringo came around the corner and has it hidden behind his back like, I'm going to get this guy. Right. And all the cowboys see this and they're trying to wrangle in Johnny Ringo because they're like, damn, Doc Holliday's going to kill his drunk ass on the street.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to miss that. I just can't miss any Val Kilmer glaze this episode. This is the episode to do it.
That is fair. Every scene with Doc Holliday is awesome. It's badass. It's sick.
It's great. It's glaze.
Man, it is crazy they didn't give him nothing for his performance in this, because this is it again. This is just his movie. He makes the movie. If Doc Holliday wasn't in this movie, that would take this movie from a really great film, and the story's cool, but dude, it would knock it down by so much. It would be insane.
And even though I don't think this is like a mediocre film,
right?
Like, that's one of the praises. He elevated a mediocre film.
Yeah.
You know? And like, yeah, he did, it seems like.
Completely agree. Then I think it's the funeral scene, if I'm thinking correctly. Or not like the actual funeral scene, but we see Verge again. He's just stoic in the back. I think that might be like actually the last time we see it. No, it's not. False alarm. But they got Morgan in the casket. They're rolling away. And that's when you get to the cowboys on the porch. Am I thinking correctly?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's a scene. I'm just going
off of what I remember. I'm trying to think of the most iconic things that I remember.
I don't know. Is this in the movie? I'm about to describe a scene to you. It might be from a different thing, but does his wife get high and try to shoot at him?
Wife get high and try to shoot at him?
Shoot at Wyatt Earp, yeah.
I don't remember that.
That might be from a different thing. I don't know why. I have like a memory of that, because like that's a part of the Wyatt Earp mythos is he never got hurt. He was never shot and never got injured. And there's like a scene from something where his wife is like, why don't you ever get shot? And she like is high and shoots at him and misses him.
Yeah.
Right? It might be in the Kevin Costner version. I don't know where I saw that.
It may be in this movie. I have no idea. There's been a couple of scenes you've described that I don't know what happened, but I don't remember that much of them.
I really can't remember. Maybe it did. I don't know. I don't know why I can't remember that. It's messing me up. But yeah, they have the funeral scene.
Yeah, and I like that the cowboys are on the porch, and I like that Wyatt Earp, and again, this is the first time watching this movie, he pulls up to him, and you're like, man, what is he going to say to these dudes? What is there left to say? What can you say from here? And he surrenders. Yeah. Verbally, at least.
Yeah.
He says, just so you know, it's over.
It's over.
And I think they fuck with him. I don't even know if they say anything. They don't say anything very kind to him there.
He says, well, bye.
Yeah. And then as soon as they leave, the head cowboy is like, go and finish him off.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. They suck so bad. Luckily,
Ike and Stillwell.
Yes. Luckily, Wyatt Earp and the boys and the gang are geniuses and completely have deceived. Bets are off the table now. It ain't the game of honor anymore. We're trying to kill you motherfuckers. This is the game of extermination. Which is awesome.
I like it too. Mm-hmm. I like it too a lot. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It's just once they get to the train, and I like that Virgil's on the train. You get that view of it. Yep. And then what's his name? Who's the cowboy?
Ike.
That is Ike in that scene. I forgot about that. Yes, it 100% is. Ike comes up and he goes, "Hey, Verge, where's where's Wyatt at? Yeah. He goes, I'm right here. And just kill, like, almost like Batman in that scene, dude. Just kills.
Yeah.
Kills the other cowboy henchman there.
Yeah, his name is Stillwell.
Yes.
The real life version of events that happened here is actually way darker, and kind of explains a part of this movie. So that is kind of muddied in this movie, I think. So they get the jump on him, right? And Ike and Stillwell surrenders in real life. And Stillwell is unarmed, and he like mockingly says, "Guess you gotta take me to a judge, right?" And Wyatt kills him in cold blood.
My God. This is real life, though?
That's the real life version.
That's awesome, though.
It is. And
it
is. And, because these people killed his brother and crippled his other brother, and maybe even killed another brother, and because there's more. I'm not even sure. And really have messed him over.
Oh, yeah.
And so, he kills him in cold blood. And this actually causes the law to be against Wyatt Earp. And so his little gang of outlaws are outlaws. Him, Doc Holliday, and the two guys. So in real life, they were on the run from the law. Okay.
That's interesting.
Now, this is what I'm saying. Like this explains what you remember the one scene where they're like, oh, the cowboys are deputized.
Yeah, I think so.
When that happened in the movie, I'm like, what's going on? I thought Wyatt Earp and his friends were marshals or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? So in real life, they were outlaws, and the cowboys did get deputized by Behan, who was trying to get Wyatt Earp. They were all trying to get Wyatt Earp. And eventually it all worked out.
Right.
To where they were like, because it was like a weird political thing where people were like, you know what? I actually like Wyatt Earp more than everybody else. So they just got exonerated or acquitted. But yeah, the scene on the train, because he let Ike leave, and he's like, tell him I'm coming for, if I see a red sash, I kill the man wearing it.
Yeah.
I'm coming and hell's coming with me. The Revelations quote.
Yeah.
It's good. And then we just get like a fun little montage of them just old West killing people.
Montage, baby.
And it's
awesome.
so fun.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like maybe a little slocky and a little.
I was gonna say I really love it. I'm glad it's not like super drawn out. I'm glad it again. It's another part of the movie where it's like just a different thing, whole different thing. Almost feels out of place in a way, but it doesn't. It's super good. It's just something different.
There's two cowboy killing montages, which is funny. I mean, like they do like really fun action shit, like running the horse in the barbershop.
Yeah,
just like cool, spinning like just it's fun. Getting to see Doc Holliday just shoot people, and I mean it, and from the way it looks, like they are just absolutely going hog wild and decimating
they're
them,
slaughtering,
like leaving them everywhere.
Yeah,
leaving the sashes everywhere, and then they get ambushed at the riverbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is another one of the true stories. This is like a true
divinity
account
of Wyatt Earp.
Yes, and like this actually happened like this, and a lot of people are like, "This is goofy." And it's like, but this is like, this is what happened. Yeah, this is what happened. Like him running into the river shouting no. Yeah. And I mean, like the actual account of this is like he about split old Curly Bill in half with his shotgun. And like, how do you explain this, dude? Like he should have died here.
Right.
And I love the scene after this because they're like, "Where's Wyatt at?" And Doc Holliday's like, "He's down there walking on water."
Yeah.
It's just so fun.
It is. That's so funny that this also happened in real life because I guess this could be one of the cheesier parts of the movie, but man, if it happened for real, who am I to say anything about it?
Right. That's like, they're like, what if it is, if
it's the coolest thing that's ever happened in human history almost.
Yeah, I don't know. If you do feel it is cheesy, but just know that he walked out in the middle of this river, shouting no, dodging gunfire, and blew this dude in half after walking up on him.
Yep.
Whatever, man.
It's awesome.
Won the gunfight. They got ambushed.
It's a cool scene there too. I like that they go from the cowboy killer montage to you think they might be done in for a minute.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It really splits your expectations. Yeah. And then this is when after this you get to see that the Cowboys are now deputized. Yep. And then old Doc Holliday he's sick as hell, guys.
Mm-hmm. He's super sick in this. This is when he falls off the horse, correct? Are you thinking of the same scene that I am? Yeah.
He's
about as sick as he could be. Yeah. And they take him to
so terrible.
Yes. They take him to the farmer's house. I forget his name in this part, but
who cares?
They take him to the farmer's house. I'm glad nothing happened there. This was a moment of my internal Western dialogue, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. Sampson done bit off more than he could chew." I bet.
Yeah,
and luckily it didn't happen.
You would kind of think that this place would get like stormed, like the end
because
of
he was like, "Well, it's okay if you only stay here for a day," and it's like, well,
he's like, "Damn, Doc Holliday's really sick."
Right. Yep.
He can stay longer, I guess.
I love this scene. Here's the parts that I remember mostly. I love that Doc Holliday is dying in this bed. And Wyatt Earp's saying like, well, I've got to go and I've got called out by this guy basically, right? And I got to go there and I don't think I could beat him. And Doc Holliday goes, yeah, you can't. Straight up. And then it's sweet that he gives him the sheriff's coin or the badge, the pin or whatever. Doc, because Doc's like, I wonder what that is. I wonder how that feels. And then he even tries to get up in this scene too, Doc Holliday. And you find out that he's kind of playing it up later, I guess. But
I wasn't quite as sick as I was letting on.
Yep.
I love their whole conversation because they're like getting into like this weird psychology of like what makes Johnny Ringo tick.
Yep. What makes what makes people evil. Yeah, this is where you really get, and it makes you sad almost that Doc Holliday is an extremely smart dude. Like he's he's up on people. He knows what makes people tick, and he's poetic in that way.
And he's talking about himself too in this scene.
Yeah,
because he thinks he's like Johnny Ringo.
Yep.
Because he says like he's out for revenge, and Wyatt's like, what? We never did anything. And he's like, revenge for being born. And it's just like that with the whole like already made a deal with the devil and wanting to play for blood. It just makes like Johnny Ringo such like an interesting character. You know?
Yeah. We probably glossed over it. There's been another couple of scenes, or maybe one's upcoming. I love any time Doc Holliday just says that Wyatt Earp's my friend. He's my friend.
Yes.
Why are you doing this, Wyatt? Or why are you doing this, Doc? I got Wyatt Earp. He's my friend.
Yeah,
it's just so cool.
That guy says, hell, I got tons of friends. And he says, I don't.
Yep. And is that around this scene? Is that right?
It's like the walking on water scene.
Okay, gotcha.
It's during that. But
yes, I remembered that. That really stuck out to my head. Awesome.
Yeah, we missed talking about the thespian getting shot and kind of seeing people turn away from the Cowboys because of that.
Yeah.
Then the actor shows up at the ranch, the actress, just like connecting them some more. And hell, they don't even do anything. They just like she just is there, and then she just leaves.
Heartfelt goodbye almost in a way, just from the look of it.
Yeah, just something to entice Wyatt Earp a little bit,
right?
You know. But he goes and meets Johnny Ringo.
Yeah.
Doc Holliday got out of bed and ran.
Yep.
Ran for the chance.
Again, I just love that final scene of him leaving, Wyatt Earp leaving the house of the farmer. And it's just Doc Holliday laying in the bed. And you just don't know. You just think he's dead.
Yeah, you almost have the same reaction as you have the same reaction as Johnny Ringo in this scene.
Yeah. Yep.
You're like,
it's crazy.
Hell, here's Wyatt Earp.
Yep.
And he says his line again, "I'm your Huckleberry." And then him coming out of the shadows, it looks, maybe I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna call it here. Favorite scene of the movie. I'll say it again at the end for my friend Zach. I'll bleep your name, my bad. You know, that's my favorite scene. Him walking out of the shadows. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks
awesome.
so cool.
This is a well-directed scene. I think this whole little stare down between them is good. And you could tell he's shook here.
I mean, he's not ready for it at all, man. And I love how they talk to each other. And I love how, once again, like Val Kilmer is acting his ass off, because I mean, just going through all of it, he goes, "We started the game, we didn't get to finish," and Johnny Ringo says, "I was just playing around,"
right?
And he says, "I wasn't."
Basically, I wasn't. Yeah,
I wasn't. And then he's like, "My fight's not with you; it's with Wyatt." Or this is what he said before. He said, "My fight's not with you; it's with Wyatt." And he goes, "I beg to differ, sir." You know, like it's this really good acting.
Yeah.
It's really interesting lines. And they have their showdown. And the way I take this scene is Doc Holliday wants to die a gunfighter.
Right.
Okay. So he beats Johnny Ringo, but kind of shoots him in a way that leaves him alive to maybe see if he can kill him back. Like maybe they can both die.
Interesting.
Can I win both ways? Because he's like, he shoots him in the head, and he's like, come on, and he's like hounding him, and like even when he's falling over dead, he's over top of him, like come on. And whenever Wyatt Earp comes around the corner, and like I don't even know what this means, you know. Doc says, "I guess he just couldn't bear the strain of it all." It's like he shot him in the head. What is like? I just don't know what they're talking about. Almost like him just going against Doc Holliday. He couldn't handle it. But yeah, I do see that scene as Doc being suicidal in a way, wanting to die, wanting to go out instead of dying to tuberculosis, because it seems like that's not how he wants to go out. He'd rather go out drunk, high, playing poker, getting shot, something like that.
Yeah.
Than just dying in a bed, as we see in the movie.
On his own terms, at least.
On his own terms, in a way. Yeah. Or what he sees himself as. And in this movie, he sees himself as a gunfighter. Now, historically, we have no idea who killed Johnny Ringo. Okay?
Interesting.
But he did die exactly like that. They found him leaned up against a tree with a bullet wound in his right temple. Kind of weird. And some people say he killed himself. And then some people said somebody else killed him. Doc Holliday probably didn't kill him. But for the universe of this movie, it's really sick.
Makes any scene that I get to see Val Kilmer in more perfect.
Yeah, who cares? But it is cool that like Johnny Ringo's dead ass body with a bullet hole in his head was leaned up against this tree exactly where they said it was, you know? And it's a mystery. In like how I said he probably didn't. It's never, the chance isn't zero, you know.
Right.
Maybe Doc Holliday came and fucking gunned him down.
Maybe snuck out there. You have no idea.
Yeah, who knows? You have no idea.
Yeah.
It just makes it fun. And then we get into the last montage of cowboy killing, and
which is awesome because I think
they just won.
Even Wyatt says like, well, guess we got to finish this or something like that. And then it's cowboy killing.
This is like, this is like another critique of the movie. This just feels like
filler.
It just feels like y'all ran out of time or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, just to do the montage and then like really good stuff and then just do like another kind of a montage. It just kind of like, I don't know. It just made me feel like I'm in a movie. Just being
I don't know. Maybe I was popcorn munching hard, but after all of the shit from the first part of the movie, first half of the movie, and especially him killing Morgan and crippling Virgil, I love to see like a Kill Bill level. Like, here's these dudes dying. It's like, I thought that was really cool. I had fun with it. I thought it was just a little fun part
that
of the
is
movie.
valid. I won't say that's not valid, but
I do agree. I mean, like, it just depends on kind
just
of
the
vibe
pacing
you're going
just
for.
feels weird.
Yeah, I do get what you mean.
It just feels a little weird. Like it just.
Well, the back half of this movie kind of does fly by. In those parts specifically, like I guess the most important parts, but it doesn't dwell on that too much. I think, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was paced pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, the first cowboy killing scene, it's really good, and then we, the shoot out the river, all the ranch stuff, all this is good, and then this is once again this is the perfect Doc Holliday scene. But then, whenever they win. So originally, the movie just like ended, like the Cowboys give up, and Doc Holliday just left town, and the test audiences were like, "Ugh,
yeah,
what's going on?"
Interesting.
So they added the scene of Doc Holliday in bed, and they added the scene of him and getting with the actress. Right.
I like that. I'm glad that it did.
I think so too. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Because like it's really sad. The scene with Doc Holliday is extremely sad.
Make me cry, dude.
Oh, he left him the book. My friend Doc Holliday or whatever.
My God.
That's
what's
awesome.
The book? I wonder what's the book say.
I don't know, but that is real.
Doc,
Wyatt Earp wrote a little book about him. But he's like, man, if you ever had any feelings for me at all, you'll leave now. And this is like for the character of Doc Holliday here. It's like, please don't watch me die like this. Yeah. This is not what I want to do. And that's what his last lines mean. Is he looks down at his feet and he just says, "This is funny." It means like he just never expected to die without his boots on. Just meaning like. He thought he would get shot or something. He just didn't think he'd die in a bed.
Right.
And that's really fun for the character.
Yeah. I was wondering what that meant whenever he looked down. I didn't know. But that whole scene's cool where he doesn't want to play poker anymore.
Yeah, I like
it's cool.
I like that he wins.
Play poker. Yeah. It is funny that he wins. He's just the luckiest bastard ever.
Yeah, Doc, he's like, I don't want to play. And Watt's like, yeah, sure you do. Here, I'll play for you. And he's like, shit, you win. You know?
Yeah.
I like that's like Wyatt has lost everything in this vendetta.
That's cool too. Yes, literally everything.
Because he says like, you're the only person I can afford to play.
This minor gripe, which I don't know. You said there was legal battles and everything. If they've saved this town essentially from these fuckers, why does he have nothing? I don't know.
Yeah, you think maybe they would
yeah, you'd think you'd be doing more well off than you were before, at least.
I mean, it must have just been so controversial, and then he was like a criminal vigilante in real life for a while, and then also, ain't no money. They also didn't even kill that many people. They only in real life they only killed like 4 or 5 people apparently. Whatever,
Right.
But this just made the Cowboys not untouchable is what this did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in the historical side of it, they were like, this just made them collapse, just getting fucked with this hard.
Right.
But Wyatt leaves on request of Doc to go live his life. And he goes and meets the actress. And once again, I'm not shitting on this. Like, this doesn't take away from the movie, but this is just funny. He's just like, I don't have anything to give you. It's just like a romance. It's like a love story movie, right? But she says, my family's rich as hell, dude. Don't even worry. I was just like,
yes.
oh. They were like, oh, yippee. It was just like.
I like how he smiled at that. He literally looked like he won the lottery.
I mean, he did in the context of this.
Right.
Like, oh, shit, your family's rich? Then badass, dude. Then let's go get room service. And the movie ends there, and I love that they give like at the beginning of the movie, they give like the true history of it a little bit, right? Yeah. And they just talk about how Virgil went on to live wherever with Allie, and he was a successful lawman with only one arm. Yeah. So cool. So cool. Awesome. There could be a movie about that, and you could really make it jazzy. And Wyatt Earp, he was with that woman for 47 years.
Yeah.
And he never had kids, like she said. It didn't suit him. I thought that was interesting, though.
That is interesting.
And he was big in Hollywood with the Western actors at the time, and they were pallbearers for him. And I just love that they said that Tom Minks, whoever that is, I don't even know. He wept whenever at Wyatt Earp's funeral. That's just, I love that. It's just a fun little bit of history.
Yeah.
Now, so that's Tombstone. It's a great movie. It's a great, like you said, it's a great first Western. It has a lot. My gripes with it are just so minor. I loved it. I think the third act just, besides all the Val Kilmer shit, like the third act is just the weakest part. I think it just goes by too quick almost, and it just feels weird. Like there's moments like whenever the Cowboys are deputized, I'm like, what's going on here? How Doc get here so fast? Like it's just weird. Yeah. It's just the weirdest part of the movie, but it doesn't take away my enjoyment from it. I do
get what you mean. I get what you mean by some of that. And I don't think you're wrong. I just had a blast watching it. I really did. Maybe I'm in a good mood this week. I don't know. This movie was awesome. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Even in the end, I think that I guess if you're being like actually critical of it, then yeah, I do probably agree. The last little half of the movie is a little bit rushed. I think it's a little bit silly to have 2 montages thrown in there. I think that it could have been done better. I think that maybe the ending is a little too storybook, even though I do like that Doc Holliday did die and, that he didn't want to play poker and everything like that. I'm glad we didn't get, because that could have easily been a scene where it was like, we watched Doc die and Wyatt cry over him, and then he goes out and dances with this lady. That would have been way worse than what we got. I'm glad that was how it ended.
Yeah, imagine if they were like, Doc's like, I actually feel a lot better, and he was just fine.
He's just good. Yeah, that would be great. They come out with the cure to tuberculosis within the next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought I loved this movie. I had a blast watching it. Do I think it's like the best movie ever? No. Do I think it's on any kind of all-time list? Maybe not. It's maybe on one of the best westerns of all time. But did I get a lot of like personal enjoyment out of it? Hell yes. I would rather watch this movie just as a to have fun than potentially any other movie that we've done so far.
It might be a top 10 fun movie.
Oh, it's crazy how fun it is. It's a blast.
It's definitely like top.
Yep.
It's definitely one of the funnest westerns there is. It's just a good time.
Because I don't even mean this to like to say that it doesn't have emotional pull, but there's some movies that the character deaths and betrayals and the valleys of them makes me so sad that it's like grueling to watch in a way. Maybe I just feel a little too much in movies. But I think this movie, and like I said, it's not devoid of emotion, but it does a perfect job at that. Like I think it's nice to watch, but I'm still like, it doesn't develop characters so much and get me so attached to them that I'm in tears about it, but I still care. Like just because I care about Wyatt Earp in this movie is pretty much the reason why I care that Morgan dies. Aside from that, I don't really care about the character of Morgan that much. I just care that he's Wyatt's brother. I think this movie does a good job at things like that to where it does make it a little bit more enjoyable. I think it's just a fun watch. Yeah, probably top 10 fun movies. I would say.
I think so. I think that's why. I think that's why we have it in our have it as our 6th episode, because it's the fun Western. It's maybe one of the funnest Westerns we could have picked. That's not actually like a comedy or whatever, you know.
Yep.
Like it ain't
200
Blazing
episodes from
Saddles
now. I'm excited to watch the second Western, whatever it may be. I probably won't
Django,
watch a
remember?
Western. Oh yeah, that's right. I probably won't watch a Western between now and then.
You want me to ruin some stuff about this movie now for you? Now that we've talked about how much we loved it.
Yep.
Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp. Doc Holliday did not die being friends with Wyatt Earp.
Really?
They got into an argument about that girl, the actress girl.
Uh-huh.
Because she's Jewish. And Doc said, "You little Jew boy, little Jew lover." And Wyatt got pissed.
Interesting.
Yeah, they weren't friends.
They died on bad terms.
Doesn't that suck ass?
Yep. That is sad.
I like to do the movie headcanon on that one. I prefer that does stink. Funny enough, yeah, this movie is very historically accurate. A lot of the stuff happened. They didn't kill that many people, and they weren't always on the right side of the law.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everything else was they really changed Ike Clanton's character in this movie. Interestingly enough, he wasn't even a cowboy. He was just like a friends of the cowboy, and he actually snitched to Wyatt Earp on the Cowboys, like told Wyatt some stuff, and I don't even think it came to fruition. Like, I don't even think Wyatt used that information to do anything.
Right.
But Ike was just so nervous that it would get out that he snitched that it made him spaz. And so him going around town saying, "I'm going to kill the Earps," that was true. And it was because he thought Wyatt was telling his brothers and shit that he betrayed the Cowboys, and he thought it was going to be in danger. And that's why he was at the OK Corral, because he was with the Cowboys, like being like, "No, I'm with y'all. We're going to get their ass." But he was unarmed. So 2 of the people of the 4 Cowboys at the OK Corral were actually unarmed.
Right.
And so that's why the Earps and Doc Holliday just fucking ran game on them, because they did jump them in a way.
Yeah.
And there's even like I said earlier, there's behind the scenes footage of like the Curly Bill actor and Johnny Ringo actor. They're talking about like, yeah, it's kind of, you know, Behan told them, like verbatim, like it's an actual quote. Behan said he was disarming them, or in the process of disarming them, or already had disarmed them. And the Earps just would like fuck off and went anyway. So they like kind of did stir the pot,
right?
From their knowledge, unless they just didn't believe Behan, but from their knowledge, they should have been like, "Oh, okay, they're disarmed." Right. And 2 of them were. Yep. Yeah. So they went over there and killed some of them fellas in cold blood, it seems. Yeah. And surely paid for it seems like, and then got their get back again.
It seems
at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know, that's where fact turns to fiction. There's it seems like filming this movie was hard as hell. Being in Arizona, it was hot.
I guarantee it was awful.
There's like a couple of like dickhead moves, because they were like, that other Wyatt Earp movie was getting filmed at the exact same time. So Kevin Costner went around and told everybody that his Wyatt Earp movie was the badass one and not this one, and don't buy it. So he was like trying to like convince the distributors not to release Tombstone and only release his movie. And then something about like period accurate costumes. I think maybe Tombstone was like, "Oh, they're making a Wyatt Earp movie," bought all the costumes, like bought so more than they needed just so the other people could. I'm pretty sure that happened. So, and like, so they're in Arizona heat, and it was like record heat. They're in like wool jackets, suits. Yeah. Johnny Ringo, his actor, Michael Bean, is that how you say his name? Michael B. I don't know. He's a Kyle Reese in Terminator also. So he was like just getting so hot by that final scene with him and Doc Holliday that he was like on the verge of like passing out. So like Johnny Ringo looks fucked up, like he's not ready for this fight. The actor is like literally fucked up. Yeah. So funny. it makes for some good. Val Kilmer, he actually did like method acting for this film, and he said that playing somebody that has tuberculosis in this heat dressed like this was just the most insane thing he's ever done. Like it was just so terrible. And then there's a little fun fact that he laid on like a big ice block in his final, like any scene he's laying down, he like laid on ice to kind of like make him paler and also like give him the shakes and shit. So it made him look even bad. Sicker. Yeah.
That's cool.
All
That's
that stuff is really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, shout out Kurt Russell for, being the glue that really held this movie together. And
yeah, no kidding. I'm really thrilled that it actually turned out the way that it did, and that this movie didn't get scrapped. Like, it seems like it was potentially on the verge of. And again, we've hyped up, which I don't think it seemed like that, but we've hyped up Val Kilmer and Doc Holliday's performance. But I thought Kurt Russell did a fantastic job. I'm not necessarily a movie connoisseur like you are. I haven't honestly seen that many movies across my whole life. I think Kurt Russell did great. I don't think I have the exact same like Kurt Russell effect like you have, but yeah, I thought it was awesome. I thought he did really good in this. Dude, all of the actors did a great job.
For sure. I think so too. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I have seen more Kurt Russell movies. Just how he talks and cuss and
right.
I don't know. It all just seems very. He just ain't no Val Kilmer. Like, he didn't completely change himself. But I love that. I'm glad that Kurt Russell was Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
I do like that. And I think he did a great job. Same with Sam Elliott. I'm glad he was Virgil, but he's just Sam Elliott.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Underrated actors. Johnny Ringo and Curly Bill are great in this movie.
Yeah.
They're fantastic.
Cowboys are despicable, and that's a credit to them. They do a great job at being huge sacks in this movie.
Yeah, I really like them. I don't even know. Man, I don't even know the actor that played Curly Bill. Couldn't even tell you his name. But yeah, I thought he did. I thought he did really good.
Yeah, I think they all did. A lot of good performances in this movie. I really thought it was great. I think it goes without saying. I'll give a little slight rundown. My favorite actor and performance by far, Doc Holliday. Once again, banger.
Undisputed.
I think my favorite scene period with him is probably the scene that you said is the end of Act 1 in the bar. There's so many good scenes in this movie, but I really do like that one, and I think it's awesome, them speaking Latin, the kind of tension there. But I don't know, man. Doc Holliday's introductory scene, also fantastic. I really remembered that, and that stuck with me. Them playing cards and him winning. I don't know. All of them are sweet. There's a lot of good scenes towards the middle and end of this movie as well.
I mean, would you say that Doc Holliday... I mean, Val Kilmer stole the show.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
For sure.
I don't see how you could say otherwise. I think he's like... Again, not that anybody else did a poor job in this movie, but he's like the standout performance by far. It's kind of exactly like you said. It's like The Dark Knight. It's like, everything is good in those movies. I wouldn't say anybody acted bad. Like, of course, I like Christian Bale as Batman. I think he's great. And just because Heath Ledger out-acted his ass, that doesn't mean anything is bad. He was just on another level.
You are so happening. You're thinking more about Heath Ledger than you are Batman. You know?
Yep.
That's, I just feel a little bit more for Doc Holliday than I do Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
But Wyatt Earp's still good. I like the brothers getting shot during the thunderstorm scene a lot.
Yeah.
It's good. I like how it sounds. It sounds scary. Wyatt then going out into the rain. The music just as good. It's real emotional. I was sad when Morgan died.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
completely agree.
I think my favorite scene though is definitely Doc Holliday walking out of the shadows.
That's cool.
It's just badass.
It is
like
a cool
you wouldn't
one.
believe. I don't know. Kind of. I mean, just meta talk, dude. Could you even rank this version of Doc Holliday in your fictional character list?
He's up there. Like, this is one of my favorite. I was astounded by his performance in this movie, having never seen it before. It's one of my favorite acting performances ever. It's crazy.
It's so good. Can't be.
I don't know. Enough. I mean, it would be hard to say. I don't even know if I could throw something out there.
Like
it's up there. Top 25,
he's up there with, like,
I don't know.
Yeah, like he's up there with like Darth Vader. And,
certainly.
Just anybody. He's just so cool.
He kills it. If there's another Doc Holliday, it would be hard for somebody to fill those shoes. I feel like
you'd, like I'd be curious to, like, I wonder if because I bet they almost had like the Joker effect with Heath Ledger. Like, did they try to copy him or do they try to do the exact opposite? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, what are they trying to do?
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if there's other. I don't even know what other versions of this guy there is.
I'm just talking movie here. You know who an actor that kind of reminds me of the way that Doc Holliday was portrayed in this, but I think he's canceled. I think he sucks, but I don't know. I think he did. Who's the Franco? James Franco? Yeah. I think James Franco gives me that Doc Holliday vibe. I think you maybe could cast him in there.
He's in Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
That is true. So, he is, isn't he?
We could probably there probably could have been a version of. Okay, so I just checked on the Kevin Costner side of it. 3 hour and 11-minute runtime.
Wow.
3 hour. I'm gonna have to watch this movie just to see what's up. Especially never hearing about it.
Right.
Dennis Quaid plays Doc Holliday in it. Funny enough.
Interesting.
Dennis Quaid is known for. He's in The Parent Trap. I don't know if you've seen that. The Day After Tomorrow. He played Ronald Reagan in the Reagan movie that came out last year, if that means anything to you. God, he has a very recognizable face. But what am I missing here? I know he's Footloose. What movie? I'm trying to find a movie he's been in that you would definitely know. A lot of good movies, it seems like. He's in Enemy Mine. He's the non-alien. He's the human in Enemy Mine. We watched the trailer for it. He's just had that face, but I bet he did. I bet he did okay.
Yeah.
I would like to just watch this version of the movie just to see what it's like, because it also has Michael Madsen in it, that's the guy that Tarantino likes hiring. He's Joe Gage in The Hateful Eight. He's Mr. Yellow in Reservoir Dogs. Michael Madsen.
Interesting.
He plays Virgil Earp. So I'd be curious to see how that goes.
It is interesting. We'll put it on the list someday. Maybe we'll get around to it.
Yeah, maybe not even for the podcast. Maybe just like maybe for a pre-pod, I can just be like, I watched it. It actually sucks ass, you know?
Right.
Or they should have waited a couple years to let the hype from Tombstone die down.
Right.
Well, everybody, thank y'all for joining us. Bobby, you have anything else to say?
No, I think I'm good. I think that about sums it up pretty much. Once again, I think that I would recommend you all watch this movie if you haven't seen it. We've, pretty much killed it once again. But I did give the earlier call out to please God watch Tombstone. Even if you haven't seen it now, I still think it's worth watching. I don't think we could do a good job at describing it in the slightest. I know this one was a little bit maybe different of a podcast. I don't know, especially since I haven't ever watched Tombstone before, and I don't really have the pacing of Westerns down. I think Westerns in general are pretty simple, but I think you get the appeal of Westerns from experiencing them. I think that if any Western that you describe and try to talk your way through, it kind of bog it down a little bit, and a lot gets lost in translation. My God, watch this movie. It's fantastic. It really is. I think you'll be very impressed by the performances. The runtime, I think, is a little over 2 hours. It doesn't feel like it all flies by. I think this is the fastest feeling movie that we've watched by far. I had a blast. I really enjoyed it. And please check it out. I can't encourage you to do it enough. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
I think so too. Yeah, it was, it's hard talking about this movie because it's so fun. And every line is just like such a good one-liner. You don't want to miss talking about it.
Right. Yes.
Like you can't miss, and we had to skip over so many.
Yes.
But anytime Wyatt Earp or Doc Holliday say anything, it's a pretty good line.
Yeah.
So experience the movie for yourself. Show this movie to somebody that's never seen it before. Talk about it with somebody. Let us know how you feel it compares to other Westerns. Because I think there's Westerns that are technically better than it by a good bit. And there's maybe even Westerns that I enjoy more. But this one's really good. It's really special.
Pretty fresh one. High on the fun meter.
Well, once again, thank y'all for listening. And we'll see y'all next week. Have a nice night.
Good night, everybody. Peace.